My bad.
This motherfucker playing H-Town in the background trying to blame us.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, man. I was on a long distance call. Wait, first let you guys come. You know the rules. Hit the like button. I guarantee we're going to have some fun here today, man. Some ladies will be broke.
Right.
Some people probably won't stop speaking to each other. You know how
friendships will be lost.
You know what I mean? Megan don't speak to me now, but it's cool though. God bless them.
Friendships will be lost tonight.
The internet is melting. The internet is melting.
This console won't say it's like that, man. The thing is break up happy homes, families, and everything, man. But listen, before we as you guys come in, hit the like button. Like I said, it's the multiplayer podcast, and we're gonna show with the foolery and fucking. But like I said before, before we do the introduction, I just had a long phone call with my agent, and it seems like maybe I can opt out this contract. You know what I mean?
A merger opt out. It's a merger opt out. Whenever two companies merge,
yeah, you know what I mean. Because I was given the option to, for next generation, opt out. But being that it looked like Sony may have bent the knee. So, because I was told by my man Porter out there, Tony was sticking with the traditional console. You know what I mean? Porter Rock, you was crazy. Porter Rock, what the fuck Porter Rock at? Don't talk about him on that army time shit in over in Switzerland. We don't want to hear that shit, nigga. We don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear nothing about you in Switzerland and Thailand, with espionage. Bring your ass here today. You know what I mean? We got listen, even I got some receipts. We gonna have some fun with it.
Oh shit!
Hit the like button. Hold on, I can't even see the chat yet.
Man, showstopper.
Is somebody looking at the chat?
Yeah, boy. I can see the chat. Hey, big ups to E-Ruse. Oh, they already dropping $10 New York music. He's dropping $10 and nothing but popcorn.
Let me take a look,
man. What up, Tip Diamond? The Almighty Spartan God, Wraith Emperor, or RD Imitator. You know what I'm saying? SS9. Machine 616. What's up? Marcus?
That's RD. That's RD El Matador.
Oh, RD El Matador. My bad.
You know this motherfucker 115 years.
I'm 150, bro, and then I just lost 10 years after this merger, man. I shocked the Geritol out of me, man.
Well, I know a lot of people struggle with his name, but that's El Matador. Yeah.
Okay, all right, El Matador. But as I was saying, I just got the phone call with my agent. I might be able to opt out. What else is Kratos at?
All right.
He ain't coming.
I don't know. Every time.
Then he disappeared.
Every time that the ponies take an L, Kratos can never make the show.
Okay, all I gotta tell you is choose your words carefully.
You choose your words carefully.
Right now.
Oh man.
Yo, choose your words carefully, man.
Hey,
this
Barry,
podcast might be do or die for you.
Hey, Barry, I hope you had that Lake Minnetonka water, man, because you're going to need it.
Listen. This ain't nothing new to me, yo. Y'all Xbox guys can't do shit to me.
Hey, yo, apparently we can get multi-million-dollar mergers with your people.
You don't have a good argument right now. Be honest with you, nothing benefits Xbox in this situation.
We're going to test it. We're going to shake that out, bro.
Microsoft fans or Xbox fans, choose it before y'all get into this discussion. Choose it.
Let's go. We're gonna talk that shit. Don't worry about it.
Hey, this dude thinks he's trying like this. Seriously, man.
Tell them, Zaire. They better choose it. Be wise.
Zaire's got no legs to stand on.
Listen, as you guys come in and you be so kind, is hit the like button, man. I ain't hit the like button my damn self, man. It's going down. But listen, while you're talking, before we went on air, I didn't give you to your rights, right? Anything you say today can and will be in the later show. I'm always recording, right? So even though I was, recording you behind the scenes, I mean,
fuck that. Z. He ain't got no more rights. They lost that shit.
Okay, I'm just saying. So don't come out. You can't come out and spit the same shit all over again. You're gonna have to play it during the show. So, but what's been going on with you, good brother? Everything all right?
Everything is good, man. I'm chilling. Just got home. You know what I mean? So I was like, yo, this is gonna be a good show today. Because I know you guys are amped up, but I'm about to shut y'all down real quick and put y'all back into y'all form. You know what I mean? Wow. Stay an Xbox fan, not a Microsoft fan. Cause y'all looking.
Look at this dude. Oh,
man. Sure. All right. Who else we got here today?
Yo, can you?
Oh, this dude, JW. What's going on, bro?
No, your mic still messed up.
It's still messed up.
Oh, man.
Don't try that shit, bro. Don't try that shit.
Hey, hold up.
Hey, that's
This my motherfucking brother, right? We gonna pull this shit this week.
Hey, don't try that shit, bro.
This nigga just sitting there with $10,000 equipment. We gotta pull this shit right, bro.
J-Dub sent the pic with all that goddamn equipment. He out here chopped and screwed. No, nigga.
Make sure you do day, brother.
You're not gonna do my man J-Dub like that today. Nah.
J-Dub did himself like that.
This motherfucker went and bought all the Paramount last night. Top my
Facts.
Hear me though.
It's worse because the picture is up. The picture is up with the 10K worth of the camera equipment, all the damn screens and monitors, the road, like all that shit is up. It's on Twitter. It's in the public.
Jay, hop out.
All
No,
right.
ain't no hop out. He good, bro. He T-painted it, man. He good, man.
Hey, what up?
Nah.
This motherfucker took a Fisher Price mic, threw it in the toilet with some Epsom salt.
Hey, yo, I think my mic messing up too, guys. I might have to drop off.
Oh, man.
Oh, shit.
Yo, next, yo.
Taking no L's. And listen like this, right? Now listen, last year, we were signed that contract. It was about a year and a half ago. I was on my
The biggest mistake of your life, Z.
Another time
Remember
I was
that.
assaulted. I ain't tell you guys about. Another time I was assaulted. I was on my deathbed. This felonious motherfucker called me in the wee hours of the night. No, I was on that motherfucking morphine and that fentanyl. Now you told hey Jay, you and Puerto Rico told me that Sony was sticking into the traditional console thing. What the hell's going on here, man?
Jay stepped out.
He left, man.
Oh,
He left, man. He left. He was Alabama.
Real talk, though.
Z,
Real talk, though.
it sound like you signed that contract under false pretenses.
Yeah. I want to see what's going on. Listen, you know how I told that morphine. They told me that Sony was doing it in the traditional route. Game Pass was dog shit. The cloud ain't the way. Now Sony bending the knee. What the hell's going on here?
Right.
Z, I see what happened. They finessed you. That's what happened.
What that shit D say about hold on? Fuck it. I finessed him.
This just shows. I'm gonna take this from Puerto Rock right now. This just shows that Microsoft, y'all just lost another, argument for y'all little.
What argument? What argument?
3
days ago, Puerto Rock put out a video that said 3 days. Puerto Rock put out a rant talking about how Sony is the only one doing traditional consoles and they are sticking to making console-only games and focusing on the console. 3 fucking days ago. 3 days ago.
The thing is, y'all jumping the gun. This news doesn't say anything about Sony changing its plans or structure or anything like that. They just have a deal.
Cloud gaming.
It talks about the console and cloud gaming.
This is what I think.
Saying they finna get into cloud gaming.
Hey, Barry, let me put it to you.
This is what I think was going down.
Go ahead, Barry.
I go ahead. Nah, this is what I think is going down here, right? All right, so it's gonna obviously adapt more, like absorb servers, so they can have a better structure for PSN and all that stuff, right?
In other words, the power of the Titans.
Hey, Barry, hold the fuck up. Hey, Barry, let me give me a goddamn pill. Hold on, I gotta take a pill for this.
Let me do this.
Hold on, one thing. Hey, Barry.
Let me finish up.
No, hold on. I just want to say one thing, Barry. Don't make me take your ass back to 2013. You was bragging about Sony had rack space.
That's what I'm saying. You remember we had this debate all the time where Sony was always in the process of going to third party to man their servers, to help them out with their servers. Remember that rack space debate we had?
100 million consoles need help.
No, they don't do servers like that outside of PS Now. They don't do like man servers like how Microsoft their bread and butter is Azure servers. That's where they make their bread and butter from. What business?
Real quick.
Hold on. Let me pay the bills, man. Let me pay the bills. Homie, C-Dub 357. No. Let me go back one. Glorious War said Microsoft understands that Xbox will never be as big as PlayStation. Dude, you smoking too, man. C-Dub 357 said for the $2 hauler, so y'all some fools. Sony ain't been no knee. You know what I'm saying? They just sweat.
These guys think Xbox benefiting from this. Xbox ain't benefit shit from this. That's what I'm trying to
No.
Hold on, Jabari. Are these servers hardware or software?
Hold on, real quick. I paid the last two.
Go ahead, bro.
Steph Keep It G said, "Nah, fuck nigga, Sony cutting Microsoft grass." And Infameezy said, "Saying ain't so PR flipping the narrative, so PS4, PS5 games. Welcome to the Win 10 fam. Prepare for God of War and Spider-Man to stream everywhere, fuck nigga." Now, hold on, man. I want to read something real quick, right?
Go ahead, but gotta do it, man.
Under the memorandum of understanding signed by the parties, the two companies will explore joint development of future cloud solutions in Microsoft Azure to support their respective game and content streaming services. What are you talking about, Jabari?
Hey, look.
Streaming services in the press release. So do you know some shit we don't know?
Fortune 500
y'all didn't even let me finish what I'm saying.
Rival Fortune 500 companies all the time use each other's servers. Never do they have press releases with sweaty hands shaking them in front of kids. Right. This is a memorandum for a collaboration. They are putting their services on their competitors' cloud-based service going into the next generation.
Crossplay.
Game over.
So you might see something. You ain't even let me finish what I'm saying. You might see something like xCloud being on PlayStation. So your Xbox games on PlayStation.
So what you say?
So you might see something like PS Now being on Xbox.
You see PS Now on Xbox.
PlayStation.
What tells you the other way is happening?
PlayStation is on the Azure server, but you're only going to see xCloud on PlayStation.
Yo, my nigga. If you think, like, these motherfuckers, people do the same shit. These motherfuckers be talking like, oh my god, xCloud is immediately on PlayStation. I can't wait for Gears of War 5.
Yeah, listen,
PlayStation about to do that shit to Xbox. I don't see it. Bird Box. When I see nothing. Why? What is that?
I don't speak bullshit. Everything I can speak is backs up.
You just did.
This motherfucker mic off.
Hold up. Relax, guys. Hold up. Look at the Microsoft deal and Nintendo deal. What did Microsoft gain from that deal right there?
This is snake oil.
We don't know the full capacity of that deal.
Know the full capacity.
They gain money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Money is the gain. That's what they're gaining. They're not gaining no games. They're not gaining anything like that.
Think about it. Hold on, Jabari. Microsoft is already making money off of Sony.
Real quick. I just got a question. Now, they bought studios. Now, I want to preface this by saying Xbox is trash. Microsoft's going to fuck up E3. Now, Microsoft bought studios. What did they use to buy those studios? That ain't a rhetorical question, my nigga. Money. What did they use to buy those studios?
I don't need dumb questions, man. Of course, I need money.
I'm asking you a question. So did Xbox make all the money to buy those studios?
Money.
Xbox, no, of course it got from like Microsoft.
Come on, man. Oh my god, why you talking shadow like that, man?
What did you just say? Microsoft gave Xbox money to buy studios? So when Microsoft makes more money, it benefits Xbox? Is that what you just said?
Yeah, but your games is not even on.
Nah, my nigga, it's a yes no question. You just said that wasn't a thing, but I just asked you, is that a thing?
Your argument is dumb because you're arguing for something that's not even exclusive to your platform.
Nigga, you just said that if Microsoft makes money, that Xbox benefits.
That's my whole argument there. Your argument is mute. You just proving my argument. Your argument.
I didn't.
Whatever money Microsoft is getting for these studios.
This nigga talking about even third grade education.
Still not gaining anything that is exclusive to your platform.
My platform is not Xbox. I literally just said it was trash. I asked you a simple question. Microsoft makes money that benefits Xbox. But yes or no?
Jabari.
Of course it benefits Xbox, but I'm saying
what the fuck are you talking about? Everything you said before that is irrelevant, my nigga.
Let me ask him this question. Let me ask him this question. Then you go on. All right. Are those games that you are Xbox is benefiting on? Is it exclusive to Xbox?
Let me ask you something now quickly, yeah? Is PlayStation doing cloud services or no?
Sir? Hey, can you hear me?
Oh,
One second. Let me answer.
Xbox is trash. I don't give a fuck if it's exclusive. I'm gonna play it on my PC.
Hold on,
He's running.
Hold on 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I just flip a link in the chat, right? Because this video here, this show ain't getting no ads, right? But if you want to leave a comment and it appear on the screen and us have a comment, it's free. Just click the link, leave a comment, sign up, and your comment will appear on the show. And we answer it. Don't cost you a goddamn dime.
But make sure make sure when you leave a comment that you leave your name too.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's free. You know what I mean? It's free. It won't cost you a goddamn dime. But this video here ain't getting no goddamn ads. Too much goddamn cussing in here. So but you can still help partake in the show. You know what I mean? I appreciate it very much. But anyway,
hey, can y'all hear me now?
We can hear you, bro. Hey, Kratos.
Yo.
Bro. Now you know I got assaulted last year around this time again, right?
I know you did.
I was on my deathbed in St. Barnabas Hospital in motherfucking Livingston, New Jersey, right?
Yep.
You called my phone in the wee hours in the morning. You said it was you and Porter Rock. Porter Rock was on that Army time. That's why it was 3 hours in the morning, right? You said that Sony was doing it the traditional console way.
Yep.
So what's going on here, brother?
All right, so let me explain what it is,
Please.
right?
Michael Jackson.
Wait, let me tell you guys what happened, right? So I got a call late last night. Yoshida wanted to update me on what was going on. He said, "Hey, it's about to be some changes going on. This was happening. We got PS5 coming. We need to make sure we got these servers up and going." They said it was taking Sony a little bit too long to get them servers up and running. So they said, "Look, I worked out a deal with Microsoft. We're going to borrow their server. We're going to pay them to use their servers, and in exchange, we're going to let them borrow let them have some of our Sony sensors, and we're going to give them some of our AI technology." So that was a man handshake in the wee hours of the night, and that's all it is. I think y'all making it more. Let me finish. No, you're not gonna finish. Let me finish. Y'all making it more than what it really is, right? At the end of the day, when you read the CEO Yoshida, when you read Yoshida's words, and when you read Satya Nadala's words, that's basically what it is. We're gonna partnership on these Azure servers, and we're also gonna partnership on the Sony sensors, as well as the AI technology.
Real quick, I want to put this out there. Hold on, I want to put this out there real quick. So I have been saying forever that Sony's AI is trash. They just said yes, we agree, and we're going to go get Microsoft to fix it. I'm just putting that out there.
Wait. You're talking about AI in games such as The Last of Us.
I'm talking about AI, right? I said it's all trash.
Artificial intelligence is for the actual supercomputers and the technology that they use. For example, I'm going to give you an example. The AI that's in their cameras, right, that allows you to do face tracking, voice recognition, all the stuff like that. That's what that is.
We're not
talking about games. No, we're not talking about games. The only benefit that this has in games is the benefit that Sony has as far as next generation. They can actually make some multiplayer games that have dedicated servers that run well.
PlayStation already had that ability because they had rack space servers.
They do, but check this out, right? If you look at the list of servers, who's number one, right? You got Amazon, then you got Microsoft, maybe number 2 or number 3. So, and rack space is nowhere near, right? So when you think about
number 6, I think.
Yeah, think about it. Sony's making money, Microsoft's making money, and at the end of the day, Microsoft has already said that, look, we're in it for our servers. That's why we make the bulk of our money. That's their bread and butter, right? They don't the whole Xbox things. They don't even care about that. Obviously, they're giving all their games and everything on everywhere, right?
So that's Xbox 3 pillars is gaming, is gaming, enterprise services, and Azure. All 3 of those things.
No.
Gaming, enterprise services, and Azure. That's from Satya Nadella. That's not from me.
Listen.
So are you telling me his words are wrong?
That's because xCloud. runs off of their servers.
So the CEO guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Gaming is not a priority for him, even though he said it's a priority for him.
Listen, he's going to say that because he's trying to sell your next generation. The proof is in the pudding, right? Look at the.
It's definitely not a priority for Microsoft.
Look at the lack of games. Look at everything else that go along with that. Right? So the proof is in the pudding.
The proof is Microsoft spent Microsoft money to buy Xbox games. Like
it also takes Microsoft money. It also takes Microsoft money to buy some sensors and also to
let's stop.
Wait, hold the phone. Somebody pay the goddamn bills here.
Which one? I don't.
That's like it's 3. So I'm looking for my contract in the meantime.
I see. Okay.
El Matador 809 says,
see, that other leg gonna be messed up if you don't quit playing.
The Ruham with the 10 said, what the hell going on here? What's good, guys? And Stuart Stokes said, what imaginary W are bots celebrating now? Shaking my head.
Oh shit, Stuart Stokes.
Wait, I'm just asking. I mean, Saints, will I need a PlayStation 5 to play that exclusive? That's all. What the hell's going on?
Yes, you will.
How do you know? Oh shit!
Yes, you will.
I can't wait till I play God of War 2. I'm glad that God of War 2 is going to be in Azure exclusive.
When they was hiring to put their games on every device possible, that was a fallacy. Now they're teaming up with Microsoft to extend their cloud gaming and streaming services.
Just because
that whole argument is a farce.
Just because Sony rent out Azure cloud servers does not mean Sony.
We're gonna take the biggest knife out the door. We're gonna cut the bullshit.
Listen, Microsoft won't have any access whatsoever to any of that stuff. You're renting servers. Stop it. Y'all reaching.
Do not go to your competitor.
Reaching hella hard, yo. They reaching hella hard.
What are they reaching?
Okay. No, let me ask you. Wait. Hey, Z. If Z asks,
I'm reading what it says.
My hand right here.
If Z asks, listen, if Z asks me to borrow the Lambo, right? If he say, "Hey Kratos, let me take the Lambo out for the weekend," does that mean that he owns that? No,
bro, are you going on YouTube having a press conference and saying, "Hey, Z's going to borrow my Lambo"? No, let me explain something to you, Jay, and you know this.
If
500 companies,
if Z said, "Hey Kratos, let me rent out your Lambo." And I'll pay you money ever so often, and I'm gonna rent it every time.
Come on, Come on.
To license services. That's not what's going on here.
That is what's going on.
You don't go to your competitor who has servers that's trying to put those servers access on everywhere when you got other options like Amazon. Everybody's on Amazon. So why would you go to their servers unless you're trying to put your stuff everywhere too?
Selling them other things. That's what you failing to realize. Sony's selling them AI technology and they're selling them their camera
systems. They're selling technology ad hoc.
Hold up, they've been selling them that shit for years. They've been selling them that shit for years because Microsoft makes tablets. They've been selling them those semiconductors and shit for years. Just like they sell them to Apple and fucking Google and everybody else.
Maslin, why did he say that?
They've been selling them for years.
CEO say that.
Okay.
Sony,
thank you. That's what I thought.
Sony that's like y'all was going to be out here.
Why would the CEO say we're going to partner with the sensors, AI technology, and we're going to use their servers?
So the CEO also said, as part of the memorandum for understanding, Sony and Microsoft will also explore collaboration in areas of semiconductors for AI, right? That's what you're talking about, right?
That's chips.
Now, these they also said that Microsoft will use Microsoft Azure data centers for Sony's game and content streaming services.
Yes.
This effort will also include building better platforms for content creator community. So that means for people to play fucking games. What are you talking about? That's from the CEO. That's from the CEO. I'm reading his words. I'm not reading mine. I'm reading his. I'm reading his words.
You a smarter man.
I want to put the bills right quick. This came in through the free text messaging thing. My man King Player said, "Why is Xbox Trust My man Dark Lord Fusion, tell Kratos the fuck that he is that he can't damage control that. Tell him he needs to pay Richard the Spartan John 117. New York Music said let's go. And my man here, Ashley B said, tell Turtle shut the fuck up or break his goddamn jaw. I'm out.
Glorious War with the $2 holler. Hold on. Glorious War with the $2 holler said, if you think God of War 2 is going to be an Xbox, go hang yourself. Golly. It's not Xbox.
Nah, you guys actually say, hey guys, we finally got games now. We got Sony.
Yeah, they reach it, dog. Let me
ask you something now. Let me ask you something now. Let me ask you PlayStation though. Let me ask you something. Is Sony do cloud gaming? Yes or no?
They already have cloud gaming.
PS Now. That is cloud gaming, sir.
That's dog shit. Don't fucking bring that bullshit up.
You asked the question. It's only cloud gaming. How you gonna the pinnacle of cloud gaming, right?
You say this dog shit. That's dumb.
It's only the pinnacle of cloud gaming, right?
That's a dumb question, man.
No, it's only the pinnacle of cloud gaming. Over, yes or no?
Listen, how does this deal bring any fucking games to Xbox?
Let me.
The funny thing about it, Sony is doing cloud gaming.
Microsoft to the Xbox
game. The cloud service out right now.
Let me do it this way.
This means nothing.
Let me say it this way. This is what y'all not getting. So y'all trying to throw up smoke and mirrors. It ain't about Xbox getting more games. Mass and I say Xbox is trash to doo-doo soup. The thing is that y'all sat up here on y'all high horses and said Sony ain't got to go down to the lowest common denominator. They ain't got to do what the loser is doing. And guess what they're doing? They don't went to the loser and said, help us with our cloud service.
You mixing
the fuck out of here.
This is
help me. You said, hey, loser, and you just on TV and grandstands with the loser. Hey, loser.
Let me say
out of here.
If we're already doing it better than them, why would we go to them to ask for help?
Look at this. This is why I asked them, pick and choose. Are you an Xbox fan or a Microsoft fan? Because
they're Microsoft fan.
This is not going to
screaming. This is Microsoft. They're screaming through the roof, and this has nothing to do with any fucking Xbox game.
I never said that I was. I never said I was.
You are Microsoft
trying to do.
These are the
you just brought up a point saying go to the lowest common denominator. Microsoft in this field is not the lowest common denominator. They're the top denominator.
Why would you go to Microsoft when Amazon is more profitable?
The money,
recognized in this field.
Why
would you do that?
You a smart man. It's about the money. They're giving them. Obviously, if they're giving them discounts,
it's about the money, and they go and what
obviously they have a business deal that's exchanging, right?
They're giving
you will lower my rates.
They was going to.
You will lower my rates in exchange for something. That's a business transaction. You understand?
Look, this is what they've done in the last 12 months. They've canceled your PSX. They've canceled your Paris game show. They're not going to E3. And now they stand on stage with Microsoft. They doing all that shit for money, like you said, to satisfy the investors. So they slapping y'all in the face with the Unity ring 12 times to satisfy the investors. And they're giving up on the console war, period.
Hold up. Says my man Mega Dave. Oh, he said, here's my last from Super Chat. Great show. They about to cut my cable off. Shout out to him. Hold on, I got some more here. Hold up. I'm just saying, shoot by me. Didn't he?
AP the shooter says articles say Sony is the leader in technology and entertainment and cutting edge image sensors. Microsoft trying to infiltrate to get the
exactly.
Hold on. Shout out to the Ravenflow. He said, "What did Xbox get when Xbox put Cuphead on the Switch?"
That's why I brought the point. They told me.
You telling me that
money?
They got user engagement numbers.
They got money.
That was my whole point this whole time. What you guys are talking about damage controlling.
They got money.
No. The whole thing when I said it's all about the money.
PlayStation games.
Shit is about money.
PlayStation. Do we need a PlayStation?
Are you under some impression that Sony gives a fuck about you, or they give a fuck about your money? It's all about the money with Xbox. It's all about the money with everybody. These are $1 billion companies. They don't care about you. They didn't send you a birthday card, nigga.
Listen, they might not give a fuck about us, but they giving us fucking games.
You're bringing up mute points.
I brought up the fucking money. You said it's all about money. It's all about money with everybody.
My whole point from the beginning was brought it back to what I was trying to bring up.
See,
saying that I was damage control. I know what I'm talking about, but you over here overall agreeing with what I'm saying.
Boring.
Well, this nigga, he got a list. So I can barely understand this motherfucker. What he say?
I get Bori is asking how is this benefiting Microsoft with hardcore games? That's not where we're coming from.
We're just you don't want to hear that. You don't want to
just pointing out the hypocrisy. Y'all we're saying that Sony would never do this.
I'm bringing up the point because it's a gaming podcast.
Doing it well.
Wait, hold on. Let me pay the bills right quick. On a free,
it's a gaming podcast.
Hold on. Hey, list master. Hold on 1 second. Let you damage control. Hold on. My man Jay says no games changing hands. Sony improving PS Now. That's it.
Thank you.
The reason why I'm bringing up the point is because this is a gaming podcast, right? So I'm like, yo, what is it benefiting you? You over here arguing stuff that you talking about. I'm the one trying to bring these
money.
We already established 10 minutes ago that Microsoft making money benefits Xbox because they spend it on Xbox.
Oh, but none of your
we established that shit 10 minutes ago.
Coming in the fucking world and they hadn't invested in gaming in 6 years. Sit your ass down.
I'm gonna play them on my PC. I don't give a fucking Xbox dies tomorrow.
Exclusive now.
We got one more bill.
You just said either it benefits Xbox or it doesn't.
Yes.
One or the other. Which one is it?
Thank you.
Microsoft has got another Infinity.
Microsoft making money benefit Xbox? Yes.
We got a bill to pay.
That's my whole point.
Let me pay this bill. Okay, so McNeil J. Chris is, man, tell Mass to turn his mic down. Damn, now you probably talk about me, bro. And also,
his mic is fine.
Z, check your DM. Sean said, and then Stuart Stokes with the $10 says this will not go as far as these dudes are saying. If anything, this goes more towards proving Xbox purely third party, no hardware costs, only software services. Revenue coming in on 3 platforms.
How far did we say it was gonna go?
Exactly. What is they talking about?
He's talking about all the Sony games is going to be on the.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, they wilding out.
Y'all act like y'all got Sony's games now. Like, that makes no sense.
When the reason why we're saying that, the reason why we're saying that is because y'all been saying at the height of Microsoft pumping up the Azure and the cloud and all that other stuff. The cloud is fake, and y'all gonna put y'all games everywhere. Y'all gonna put it on PlayStation. We're gonna play Gears of War.
So you mean to tell me the cloud with Crackdown?
You have Sony utilizing that same service that y'all was clowning Microsoft people about being everywhere. How do you have your cake and eat it too?
Hey, there's been no Sony guy talking about now we got the power of the cloud.
That's what's the funniest shit? So you know what's
the last 6 years talking about power of the cloud and Crackdown 3. That's Xbox shit.
Every Xbox guy is celebrating to like it's benefiting them or something. It's not benefiting them.
The funniest shit is when Microsoft showed off xCloud on Inside Xbox and all the ponies was clowning that shit because it was laggy and trash. And all of a sudden, Microsoft is the best at this. How did that change? I remember every motherfucking thing.
Listen, Jabari just said earlier that the cloud was going to be behind the infrastructure that was going to help Sony. So isn't that basically the opposite of what he's saying now?
Do we need a PlayStation now? Do we need a PlayStation?
Who's hyping up the cloud?
Let me put y'all on game. Let me put y'all on game. Y'all ever heard of something called Sony Online Entertainment?
Wait, hold on.
They don't own that anymore.
Hey, Bob, before you start
they don't.
Let me pay these bills.
They don't own that anymore. It actually went independent.
Hold on 1 second. Let me pay this bill real quick.
I got it, Z.
My man Glorious War, he said Microsoft got billions, but didn't help the Xbox in 2013 through 2017. Good point. Let me scroll down a little further. My man Carlos Crespin creeping in. He said Microsoft will put their games natively on the PlayStation 4. Fuck niggas. Did I miss anybody? My man Z Blackwhite, shout out to you, good brother. Long time no see. Ponies win if they play Anaconda service, buy PS Now and get 3 months free of Game Pass. God damn. And my man David only said, fuck the cable bill. He'll leave another super chat. Said, fuck the cable bill.
Z, check your phone for them extra messages. They're popping up.
I'll see him. I'm about to pay him now. He said, it matters now for PlayStation or Xbox fans. We are all going to be blowing from the same glory hole. That's what partnership means for the consumer. And let me get some of these other free bills. Hold up. I don't see them. Wait, I think I got them.
Okay, it's one more. You got one more.
And Sean Rashid says, whatever happens today, somehow take it. Now that's a fact. Hey, we could all agree on that one.
He already taking an L on D.
We could all break.
Where is D?
I don't know.
I don't know what D at.
Hey,
somewhere taking it out.
Doing a damn Microsoft Azure servers benchmark or something.
Facts.
He putting eye down on his back. Hey, Baron, I see you up here, bro.
D knew this before everybody. D told us about this when he heard from Assassin's Creed developers. Y'all gonna stop disrespecting my man D.
Y'all gonna leave D alone. That's my friend.
Y'all gonna leave D in his presence alone.
Hey, don't bring that Assassin's Creed up. That's a sore spot for D.
You're a fucking idiot. Hey, Baron, what you think about all this, bro?
Man, hey, once he step in with this loud ass microphone, I'm checking out.
Hey, hold on. Listen, last thing for the new guys that are just joining the chat. If you explain to them most again.
Oh yeah, Z put the link out there, so it don't cost you a dime. You click on the link, and what it does is it allows you to leave something similar to a super chat. And what it does is it helps out the stream by popping up an ad, but it don't cost you a thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different way of super chatting. So if you could do that, we appreciate it.
This show ain't getting no goddamn ads.
Just make sure you leave your name too. But Z, there was a couple that came up there. I don't know if you can still see them.
Yeah, no, I read them.
Okay, you read them. Okay,
good. Super saying,
I ain't messing with YouTube
I said a month ago these companies in cahoots. Yes, they've been like this for years.
Facts. Yeah, man.
We talk shit on the internet way more than they do.
Listen, Phil Spencer.
You got some bread? I got some bread. Let's use this. Like, they don't give a fuck about us.
Yo, Phil Spencer been at Sony headquarters every single day. Of course, they want that man to get off on lawn. All right, we'll do the deal with you. These guys for like months, man.
This is what I'm saying, man.
Here's the thing. These guys are missing the point, yeah? Do we need a PlayStation to play these games now?
Oh, man.
You were coming at us with all that bullshit about xCloud. You don't need an Xbox. Xbox is dead.
Wait, listen.
Sean, we've been saying you don't need an Xbox enough for xCloud.
Sony is not coming.
PlayStation, you have a PC.
Listen, PlayStation is not coming out with a PlayStation app that's going to be on every device, allowing you to play those games. Whereas Microsoft, literally,
how do you know that?
Sony has not said we.
How you know they ain't? You said that.
Listen, I can't say it was 10 years down the line. I can never say it was 10 years down the line. I'm just telling you. We know for a fact. Nintendo. Listen, the Switch already using Xbox Live. We already see that.
I seem to recall Sony saying we are looking for a software developer to
that's put what that's what they're using. That's what they're using.
What are you talking about? They're not putting it on every device.
Hey,
they're looking for someone to put it on every device.
Have a PS4 already? Did they not have a Vita? Did they not have a PSP?
On every device.
Did they not have?
We didn't say nothing about portable. We said every device.
That's what Sony said. Did they not have PlayStation on Samsung TVs 5-6 years ago?
Every device.
Thank you. Come on.
Sony said every device. That's from
you said it, bro.
You sounded like D-Back.
Sony
sounded like D-Back.
Either Sony. Did Sony say it or not? You just said Sony's not putting everything on every device. But Sony is looking for someone to put it on every device. So how is that the same goddamn thing? You're telling me that they don't know who they're looking for.
PS Now does.
You're telling me they're looking for someone to not do the job they're hiring him for. And then they went to Microsoft to get the xCloud that is going on every device to not put it on every device? How?
Listen, xCloud. Do you know the difference between xCloud and actual Azure servers?
xCloud doesn't exist.
xCloud is their service. That's the
xCloud doesn't fucking exist.
Duh, that's the same thing. Like if you gonna make a point,
doesn't exist. So I don't know what the fuck xCloud is because it's not real right now.
This is why
PS Now is real, and they're looking for people to put their games on every device. That is their fucking. They are looking for that person. That is from Sony. That's not from me.
Show me that being from Sony. Show me that being from Sony.
They looking to put PS Now on like mobile devices.
Thank you. But
it don't matter. What the?
It don't matter.
Of course, that's any
PS
device.
Now on every device.
Go ahead.
On any device. Mobile is not any device. So you're not gonna be able to play it on everything, but you'll be able to play it on your phone.
At the end of the day, we know y'all Xbox want these PlayStation bangers, and that's basically what it is.
I can't, hey, bro.
Yo, real talk. Like, yo, your point on every device is not even making.
This is an infinite argument loop that y'all keep running into. Y'all are adamant that xCloud is going to make Xbox games be playable on PlayStation.
On every device.
Now they're utilizing the same servers that would make that capable. How does it not work in reverse?
Solidified.
The thing is, Microsoft, Phil Spencer came out himself saying that he wouldn't mind putting that stuff in there. PlayStation's not saying that.
He said on every device. He didn't say I want to put it on.
He said he don't put it on a Switch. He don't mind putting it on PlayStation. Yes, he did.
Stop playing. Phil Spencer said that?
Phil Spencer said.
I'm booking. I'll be back. I'll be back.
Stop it. You know he said it. Stop it. You know he said it.
Let's pay the bills right quick. This is my man said, who wants to play Gears 5 on PlayStation? My man Ishan Rashid says, Sean sounds like he's talking. We're taking a hook on Founders Code while huffing helium. The homie's a car wreck on the mic. Jesus Christ. God damn it. So you huffing helium.
El Matador said, I see Sean doing that non-profit work. Fine as fuck, nigga. But to your question of who wants to play Gears 5 on PlayStation, Porter Rock. Yeah. He put out at least 3 tweets about Gears 5 on PlayStation.
Where is Porter Rock right now?
Porter Rock in Germany, man.
No, I want to hear that shit. He popped up last week and came in with some good Sony news. I'm about to call his ass. What time
by the way, guys, I don't want nobody saying I don't have beef for nobody here. I'm just very loud and
this is all. Here's the thing, right? There are Xbox guys out on Twitter talking about now that Sony has partnered with Microsoft on renting their servers. Now they'll go out and buy a PS4 and then start playing some PS Now. They're saying, because again, these are Microsoft fanboys. These are not Xbox gamers. They don't care less. They could care less about Xbox. They want they
evolve, bro. They went from Microsoft fans to Phil Spencer fans. I mean, they went from Xbox fans to Phil Spencer fans to now Microsoft fans. They have not brought up Xbox's whole conversation.
They haven't brought up one single game. They only care about games. How this specifically benefits them getting a game.
That's not an argument.
It has not been about a game. That's not about. Hey,
go ahead, man.
I said Microsoft is going to buy more studios. Microsoft is the ones buying these studios. Xbox doesn't have the money to buy all these studios. So Microsoft is going to buy more studios, which leads to more games. The thing I care about.
I want to know.
I don't give a fuck if it's on the Xbox. I'm going to play on my PC.
Can they buy some AAA studios
instead of my PC?
That's not the argument. That's a totally different thing.
They're going to make games.
If that's not the argument, you shouldn't be going back and forth about PlayStation doing this and that. What are you even arguing about?
Oh my God! I'm gonna let y'all finish before I talk. Go ahead and finish.
No, go ahead, Barry.
Hey, let's have
I'm gonna let J-Dub. I want J-Dub to get every excuse out of the way before. So you finished? You sure you finished?
Hey, Baron. Let me tell you this last.
You sure you finished?
Let me say one more thing.
Just say one
more thing, and then I'll let you go.
Go ahead.
You can say what you want, but we all family now, brother. We all family now.
We all holding hands now. I'm gonna start it off like this. This has been the most incredible turn of events in gaming I've ever seen in my life. I have never seen somebody reach the mountaintop of gaming and fall the fuck off the cliff. This has been hilarious. I have never seen somebody actually put Nintendo in a dangerous position, put Microsoft in a dangerous position, only to have Nintendo pull a John Cena comeback on that ass, and Microsoft infiltrate your offices, and now they own your ass. I have never seen in my life.
Going to hard cup of Ramadan. Preach, nigga, preach.
You cannot sleep this shit. This shit has better than Hollywood. It's better than TV. It's better than HBO. It's better than every damn show you watch on Sunday, including Game of Thrones. This is the biggest win I have ever seen Microsoft pull off in their entire gaming career. This has shocked me. We have been hoodwinked. We have been bamboozled. We have been led astray because Sony kept beating their chest talking about we don't need shit. And guess what? You crumbled and you signed on the dotted line, and now your ass look like a damn fool. This is hilarious because they kept saying we don't want crossplay. They kept coming at Microsoft every chance they got, and Microsoft and Phil was sitting up there like, yeah, we gonna get your ass. We gonna get your ass because you don't know what's coming. That Google Stadia is coming, and the threat is real. And one thing y'all gotta understand: if Sony sold their soul like this, y'all better be scared of Google.
Right.
That means they scared about the Google Stadia that we don't know yet, and people must be supporting it.
All right, hold on, let's pay the bills right quick. Shout out to my man Ashan Rashid. As a Nintendo fan, I'd like to apologize for Baron. He's an embarrassment to Nintendo, to wrestlers, and the black community. Seek help, please. Let me shout out to my man Brian Mason. He didn't say anything. He just left $5 in the chat. Also shout out to the Raven Flow. He says, Brand, stop now if I knock you smooth the fuck out. AP the shooter said ban on that Switch high as hell because it is sold more in Japan. And hold on, let me go to the free ones. And my chat thing. Hold up 1 second. What the hell are you guys? Okay. I don't see anything new. Oh, yo, my man Z the Black Rider just said, yo, and that's it. And MCC can't wait to play Gears on the PlayStation 5. That's it. Hey,
Nah, I just got one more thing to say before I close my opening dialogue. I told y'all about this months ago, and everybody was talking shit to me on this podcast. I said Sony has to make a decision. Sony is in the toughest spot because they have to choose which route they're going to go. Y'all kept sitting up here talking about I'm crazy, talking about I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, and I said no. Sony has to choose. Either you gonna do cloud streaming or you gonna do the hybrid system, but you can't sit out there and not do either one of them because you're gonna be out in the cold. And guess what they did? They said, you know what? We ain't got no damn shot at beating Nintendo in Japan. So guess what? We just gonna have to bury the hatchet with Microsoft to try to survive. What's gonna happen when Google get their asses in this game?
Right. E3, no show.
Oh,
This show, no
my
show.
man Predator H2O said, what do y'all think about the timing of this announcement?
That shit was strategic.
I think the timing is perfect because I've been telling y'all that everybody was like, oh, Sony's gearing up for this. I'm like, no, Sony really don't know where the fuck they want to go, left or right. I kept telling y'all the shit was dangerous last year when they announced that they're not doing PSX. Then they announced they did not have E3. Then they announced no games for 2019. They obviously didn't know where the fuck they was going. They didn't know. But now that they got that intel that hopefully we'll probably find out, Take-Two announced their support for Google Stadia today. So I guess it's going to be more people to follow. So obviously Microsoft knew some shit way ahead of all of us. And they say, you know what? We're getting out of the way and we're going to go third party. We're going to put our shit on everything. They said they're going to get out the way and they're going to put their shit on everything.
Microsoft third party putting their games, putting everything on everywhere.
But I applaud Microsoft for that. It took some balls to say, you know what, we're not going to win this. Let's just put our shit on everything. Let's just make that money. And Microsoft is in a great position because they already got the infrastructure in place. They already set up this shit in place to combat Google while you, Sony faggots, got to hop on their
Hey, yo, Barry just beat you with the barbed wire back. Got on
All I got to say is,
Hey, Morris, get the super chat for me.
Let me get the super chat. Golly, you gonna get banned for this one.
Hassan Rashid said, guys, Baron is losing it from brain damage in 10 years. He will be in the hospital with symptoms of Alzheimer's disease, donating to the all right cause.
It's all right. It's all right, man.
Nintendo Switch.
Fatality.
Did Nintendo bend the knee?
No, Nintendo didn't bend the knee. Microsoft got their games on Nintendo. What the fuck is that? Ain't bending the knee.
Isn't Xbox Live on Nintendo Switch?
Yep, Nintendo is using
For
Xbox
Microsoft
Live.
products, there is an option to use Xbox Live. That ain't got shit.
That's not an option. That's what the fuck it
full of
is.
shit.
That's not an option. That's what the fuck it is.
That's not bending a knee. Microsoft is putting their games and their services on Nintendo's platform. Nintendo is not putting anything on Microsoft's platform. It's not the same.
Yo, Baron, what is PlayStation putting on Microsoft platform?
They're using their whole infrastructure and AI. What the fuck? They can't even stream their own shit. What do you mean? They can't even stream their own raggedy ass first party titles to you.
Bring that on.
What are you talking about?
Hold on. Let me calm this dummy down. Isn't Nintendo just using Microsoft infrastructure?
Yep.
How you playing Cuphead, bro? Don't you get achievements, my nigga?
Yep.
You're not listening, are you?
He don't want to hear
You're
that.
not listening.
Let me pay this bill.
You're not listening.
Let me pay the bill. Floyd Mayweather with the $2 holler says, "Where the fuck is Alex at? He's still sore from last week. Laugh my ass." Z got him a new walker. That's what's up, Z.
God is good. God is good.
God is good. Yes, he is.
Good. God is great.
This is hilarious because
The tennis balls on the walker. What's going on?
hey man,
I told you God works. I told you.
Hey man, y'all gotta hit this like
listen,
button,
listen.
man. Hit that like button.
Nintendo's gonna do the same shit. They're
all
gonna bend the knee.
I'm gonna say is that next time I try to warn y'all about some shit, you better listen. This is the fifth time in a row. This is the fifth time in a row. Shit like this has happened. Exactly the way I said it is happening. It's the fifth time. I just speak that damn gospel. It's just what it is.
No
now
E3.
we're going into E3. Sony ain't going to be there. Now you got Netflix jumping their ass in there.
Preach, nigga, preach.
It's about to get real ugly.
Right. Competition.
Oh man,
Listen, Nintendo's gonna bend the knee as well. Bottom be ready for that shit.
I just know me and Post been saying this shit for ever, and everybody jumped down our fucking throats. Nah, that shit ain't happening. That ain't shit ain't happening. Nah, ain't nobody going the way Microsoft is going. Sony got it. Sony in the lead. They gonna do what they want. They ain't doing what they want. Nigga,
the lose
nigga.
Four words is why they getting smacked right now. 4 words is why they getting smacked right now. Losers never follow. I mean, winners never follow losers. Remember when they said that? Winners never follow losers. That's what got me all revved up. Like, holy shit!
Perception's everything. I keep telling y'all.
Hey yo, man, I like to take a super chat for my new walker, man. Praise God, praise God.
Hey yo, big up the super chat. Yeah, thank you, man.
I got a donation the other day, man. Got me a new goddamn walker thing. Praise God.
Z out here like I'm falling and I can't get up, man.
Man got a walker.
Yeah, I got a brand new walker, man.
Who else? Oh, Ravenflow. Did you read that? Baron, shut up and wait for Metroid. Fuck, nigga.
Oh damn!
Hey, I'll wait for Metro, but I'll play some good exclusives. But I'll wait.
Shit.
I don't know.
Hey, Baron,
Xbox Game Pass coming to PS4.
Hey, Baron, play that God of War on the Xbox.
Hold on, my man. Hey, yo, shout out to my man. Shout out to my man.
Hey, man, look.
Hold on one second. Wait for this bill. Shout out to my man Golden Lion X23. He said Xbox Game Pass is coming to the PlayStation 4. Shout out to my most loyal subscriber and broke ass Heath Stevens. He never gave me $1, but shout out to him. He said this is a big difference between a server and a service. Fuck was you talking about? Just slap shit out of you, man.
Oh damn, man.
Man, I got another somebody. I just searched another.
Except for the fact that they are using their services.
Hey, yo, my man
what services are they using?
My man Sean Rashid said Baron bends the knee every time he steps in the ring and he sells his ass. God damn. I'm sorry. Yeah, but anyway, as you were saying. Praise God.
It's not that we're happy. It's not that we're happy. It's funny. It's funny to see the ponies have to damage control this after, again, they said winners don't follow losers. Sony will never do this. But then y'all got to look back the last 12-month history. They've canceled PSX, no Paris Game Show, no E3, these garbage-ass state of plays. They're all in for the money now, like Baron said, all because investors said that they need to do better in 2019. They dropped everything for y'all. Y'all Messiah has forsaken you.
And Final Fantasy VII.
Real quick to answer J-Dub's question, Our partnership brings the power of Azure and Azure AI to Sony to deliver new gaming and entertainment experience for customers. So they're using their services, not just the server.
It's funny that people don't read this shit when it comes out. Read the article, people.
All I'm doing is reading quotes, my nigga.
No. Man, I don't just read the article, people. It's plain as day.
Hey, Max, get McNeil J. Chris for me.
What say?
I got it.
Yeah, he said, y'all bots gamers on $1 million today. LOL.
I guess the only thing we're reaching for is articles and reading.
Right, I'm just reading articles.
We're just facilitating basic grammar, man.
Hold up, man. Let me read this tweet to you, man. Let me read this Phil Spencer tweet because these ponies ain't getting it. So I'm gonna read this.
And also read.
If y'all ain't seen this Phil Spencer tweet, it's on Twitter. Take your ass on there and go look at the motherfucker because some of y'all just ain't getting it. So let me read what Phil Spencer said.
Facts.
He said he's excited about the opportunities ahead with Sony for us to pursue our mutual gaming ambitions, and delight players around the world.
Hallelujah.
That don't sound like, hey, y'all just gonna rent
Horizon Zero Gears.
that don't sound like, hey, we gonna give y'all some games and we cool. That's not what that sounds like. That sounds like, I don't know, they're working together. That's the fucking collaboration is. I don't know, like, yeah, are words a problem? I'm asking for a friend, and that friend is me. Are words a problem to the pony community?
Homie Red L Matador 809 $5 holler said, so MS should keep milking those trash ass inside Xbox. Hell yeah. Hey, look, it got Yoshida coming over and signing it.
Yo, y'all ain't learned yet. Right. Y'all still listening to Phil Spencer? This man promised y'all he gonna make off a Street Fighter. Did he live up to that?
First of all, before you try to get on that tweet, that was Phil Spencer subtweeting what the CEO of Microsoft said. So let's not get crazy now. Let's not get too crazy.
Sean Rashid being real disrespectful. I love it in the text. Said, why does Maul sound like a dyslexic what's saying? I can't even see the shit anymore now. Should have shot past me. Why does Maul sound like a dyslexic in a normal conversation? Well, I guess
because I'm so dude, this shit is goddamn comical. That's why.
Is that the God of War 2 trailer on Xbox?
Oh shit!
You know what?
Yeah.
No.
It was hilarious to me.
Honestly, we're gonna have to wait to see what else this deal entails. I'm pretty sure Microsoft is gonna say something at E3.
Can you imagine that?
I know. Sony's not gonna be there, so basically it's gonna look like Sony's Microsoft.
What if Yoshida comes on Microsoft stage?
Oh my
I'm real let it down. Hey, Yoshida's coming. Yo, I'm calling it.
And introducing our newest studio.
What if they did that? Oh my god!
Why she's standing up in there?
We got you on the scene.
See a heart attack.
If Yoshida come out and bend his damn knee, the ponies on Twitter will delete their fucking accounts. They will come back with new names. They will all come back with new names.
Man, look. I tried to tell y'all. I was like, 2019 gonna be a sad year for y'all. I said that shit months ago.
Total, man.
And it's getting worse than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I mean, you still ain't got shit to look forward to play for the PS4 for the rest of the year.
Hey, Barry, they got pictures of women bending over in their avatars to protest Days Gone. Come on, it's getting sad, man. It's getting sad in Sony land, man. This is horrible.
What happened? What else did Sony announce? That Last of Us 2 is starting to get into the final production, which means that game ain't coming out no time soon. So it's like,
let me pay the bills real quick.
No, they didn't. They said they wrapping it up.
My man, oh shit, my man, McNeil J. Chris said, so in all
McNeil J, hold on. Yeah, we got a couple. McNeil J said, so in all honesty, for the $5 holler, he said, in all honesty, y'all think God of War and the rest of the lineup coming to Xbox? Wow. AP the shooter with the $2 hauler said Phil hit everyone with the okie doke. Been plotting.
That's a slick mug.
Guys, they don't feel that way. This is how
they straight from
that.
Hey, yo, straight from ordaining Yoshida.
It's post up.
Yes, I am here. I am here. I know.
Shit.
I got a couple more bills.
And Yoshida a back row.
Couple more bills. Heath Stevens says they are teaming up to take on newcomers. Facts. Sure. And then hold on, did I see something for $20? Oh yeah,
Ancaster Sling.
Ancaster, big ups to Ancaster. Shout out to my brother Z. I've been MIA. Your brother out here making moves. Shout out to the brothers on the podcast. Yoshida E3 2019 on Xbox stage. All right.
Oh shit!
I am here. I am here.
You told us post up.
What's going on? I'm good, man. I don't have to yell today.
I know how God had Jesus.
I know
Allah had whoever.
It's a lot of people on Twitter right now delusional. The damage controlling of them trying to twist and turn these words. When if you read the marketing statement, it is clear as day. This is a joint partnership. They both have the same goals in mind.
Sony.
They will be sharing technology on back-end server solutions. They will be sharing technology. They will be developing software together in terms to benefit developers to make easy games for this platform that they're finna build.
Hey, post up. Finally, Zaire could get that motion capture they told him to get.
Connect did not die. Connect moved over to Azure and MSAI. They will be collaborating on semiconductors, the imaging chips that Sony uses. Those will be going to the Connect cameras. If y'all been keeping up with MS Build and the videos that they throw out throughout the year, y'all will see some of that technology they doing with the AI and stuff in terms of the back end.
Post up. In layman's, that means that PS4 is getting a Connect?
No. The Connect has nothing to do with gaming. Connect is for pretty much enterprise.
I know the doctor
based on enterprise. Yeah, it's very enterprises. So I mean, we called this months ago. I believe I was on a show where Puerto Rock Baron too. We gonna call his ass out. They were talking about this traditional model with them and Nintendo and Sony, and that they don't need to do this things like that.
Hold on.
And the whole panel beat my legs in. The only one who was with me was Neth and Maz, and they just went to town on us. Look, when they came out with the job thing in terms of Sony leading the way
and digital and all that.
Oh, the ponies ignored it. They ignored it. We don't, even though it came from Sony, we do not believe you.
Yeah, they said they were the first ones to do it.
Yeah, and here today, this means that from the next gen, PS Now and PSN will be taken over primarily by Microsoft. This is basically what when it comes to Azure and Xbox Live, Microsoft takes over that so developers don't have to worry about it.
Huh? Right.
That's the same reason why Walmart and Starbucks just went in with them. A lot of businesses is switching from Amazon to Azure based on what they're doing over there. So in the next gen, Microsoft primarily be taking over PSN and PS Now. So I wonder what the Sony fans gonna. What about cloud power? Let me hear somebody shit on cloud power. Preach. Is we gonna get the treats. Xbox Live down again. Xbox Live ain't shit.
They gonna go down together, post.
You know, it's crazy.
Xbox Live go down, PSN go down too.
Look, they ran with that tweet. They seen that tweet. They seen that tweet that said PS Now has 50% of the market in terms of this and that. It comes out, that was a lie. The numbers was a lie.
Oh shit.
PS Now only has 700,000 subscribers.
Fucks.
You know, like, what's going on, people? And so the next thing they're going to move into is, this is what they're going to do. They're going to say, well, the exclusive's not going to be day and date. Give it time, people. And Sony and Microsoft knows, they know all the big heads that are coming into the cloud gaming. Even Walmart is trying to come over with a cloud gaming solution. Verizon just released a commercial that starts off, be the first to play console quality games on any device. That's the first thing they start off with in the commercial. And if that's true, that leak we had earlier in the year about that streaming service might be true.
I hold up 1 second. Pay the bills right quick. My man gave me O'Malley. I see that one. He says Phil been dying to see Sony on the Xbox E3 stage forever. Fuck is y'all talking about? What else we got going on down here? I got a few more. Sean Rashid shouts out, that's my dude, Thread. You know what I mean? He said, where's D to take credit for predicting today's news and give us a life advice? I don't know what he's somebody hitting the pipe. You know, they couldn't take it. My man McNeil J. Chris Flat Earth, he said Microsoft is taking over, meaning PS is going to be down twice a week. Oh shit.
I swear I thought they was going with Amazon, but motherfuckers, I'm hearing motherfuckers. Amazon, I hear is too pricey, but Microsoft, it's other cloud based services companies out there as well. Like this came out of nowhere.
And what's Netflix gonna do?
Anyway, first of all, shout out to somebody named Alex. Said this is the first time they catch my show live. And then his grandmother had a fat ass. He gonna give me her number. So shout out to my man Alex for checking out the show live. I appreciate it. I did see that comment. Let me ask you guys a question, right? Praise God. Because I look at Sony's being a very cocky company. You know what I mean? Sony's very, has known to been very, very cocky, right? And by them doing this business with Microsoft, because this for the most point, I guess we've been hearing from developers that Sony's been shutting down cross-play, this, that, and the other. And when they were asked about something right after Google Stadia was announced or whatever, they showed it, they believe in their exclusive. They're going to stick to the traditional way of gaming, right? And then they've kind of rolled this back now with this deal today. So do you think maybe behind the scenes, Microsoft then told Sony, hey, this is our last generation? You know what I mean? We're going, you think that might have happened?
No. Yeah, competition.
Look.
No, I think.
Listen, I believe that. I believe in order for Sony to make, of course, you would. In order for Sony to make such a big bold change, they would have to say Microsoft. Nadala would have said, "Look, we don't want to compete with you guys on the console market. We know you guys are going to beat our ass every generation. We want to leverage." And help your servers, your backend. You won't have any competition. That's what happened. I'm going to tell you that's what happened. So they were like, okay, well, since they're not going to compete with us anymore, no harm, no foul. That's what happened.
Why are they making 2 more Xboxes?
Yoshida was at the Stadia event.
Why are they making 2 more Xboxes?
Next.
Why are they making 2 more Xboxes if they're not trying to compete in the console space?
Right.
Why do you make consoles to not compete for console space?
Yoshida was at the Stadia event. When they asked Yoshida what he thought about Stadia, he said, I forgot what the original quote was, but he said it in a way to mean that they didn't really have enough time. So from a business perspective, this makes sense. You know what I'm saying? This is smart because Sony doesn't have the money to invest in infrastructure right now. And if they did, that should be 10 to 20 years out. Catching up, Microsoft is the 4th big major cloud company in the world. They just don't have the time or the money. You feel me? So they came home.
I got my contract
right here. Home.
I got
the irony of this is that prior to the OG Xbox being created, Microsoft went to Sony and said, "Hey, they said, let us handle your online infrastructure. You all can create the hardware and make the game. We'll just do the online services for you." And Sony declined. Shit, what a difference of time.
Pay the goddamn bills.
Sony would keep the traditional motto for the streets, LOL, and then throw away titles like Sea of Thieves. They will help Microsoft develop.
What? I had to send them to a J form. Pay the bills. Pay the goddamn bills.
We all know that Post Up is a Microsoft fanboy.
And then on a serious note, do you think Sony and Microsoft got to work together against Apple, Google, and Amazon Is the new AI going to be game changer for devs? It depends on what it's for.
Jabari, just think, next generation, y'all don't have to worry about changing y'all names and losing game information.
Did you get me little J. Chris?
Yo, don't worry, man. I'm gonna use xCloud on PS5.
Oh yeah, y'all gonna be signing into the Microsoft accounts.
Yeah, I'm gonna play Gears with y'all through xCloud on PS5.
What's Sony gonna do with God now?
Last of Us 2, fuck nigga.
The funny thing about it is like, yo, a deal is a two-way street. You just bringing up the semiconductors and all. PlayStation, Sony benefiting as well. But we're not talking about Sony.
Okay,
we're talking about PlayStation here.
And I want to have a quick. I just want to ask a quick question. What is Sony benefiting gaming wise from semiconductors?
Oh shit!
That was your argument. That was your argument 20 minutes ago. What is Sony benefiting gaming wise?
What is semiconductors? Hey man, tell me what a semiconductor is.
These are y'all questions.
No,
this is what you said. You said what is Microsoft? What is Xbox getting from having their servers used by Sony? I'm asking you, what is Sony getting by using semiconductors being used by Microsoft? How does that benefit gaming?
Hey yo,
they bring up that point with you. I say,
how does that benefit?
My whole thing is this is not about PlayStation. This is not about PlayStation. It's about Sony. That's why it's the same.
Oh, does that
benefit? The thing is, PlayStation is doing
clearly says gaming experiences. What?
Oh, he talking about the semiconductors deal. That's benefit. That's Sony, not PlayStation. PlayStation is doing well. They don't need to divvy out to other departments from Sony to get money.
Jabari, I also said the joint ventures in terms of the back-end solutions, the developing platforms and stuff for the developers and stuff, they will be creating that together.
Yes, sir.
All this stuff is something that they're going to be doing together. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not just on one way with Microsoft. They both will be developing these things together.
Praise
you know what I'm saying? This is a win for the game industry.
Hey, tell the truth and shame the devil. Tell the truth and shame the devil. God is good. God is great.
I think the main thing y'all overlooking.
You got a new walker, fuck nigga.
I ain't doing a jig on the walk. I'm dashing for him.
You gonna want to switch up to your walker, fuck nigga, so you can game and walk at the same time.
Yo, Z, you ain't coming back.
Oh, I can't come back in the Xbox community? Oh, shit. Let me sit my black ass down, man.
Yo, I not welcome to PlayStation community, man. Yo, Kratos, we're gonna have a conversation. This guy
get married to get your contract.
Hey, you see what happened on one leg? He y'all see him. That other leg gonna be messed up.
I just got scared this morning when I saw that news and I woke up with that diabetic coma. I ain't know what was going on.
Yo, Z, bottom will take you on.
Yeah, all I said some realty got banged, taking some Indian guy's hand, bending the knee. I ain't know what the fuck was going on, man.
Hey, Z, you better leave these Xbox alone before another Popeyes happen.
Yeah, tell me about it, man.
I think, Papa, I think y'all really need to look at the other side of it too, man.
Other side of what?
It's both sides.
The whole situation, man. I mean,
the whole situation is a joint adventure.
I'm not just talking about Sony, Microsoft. I'm talking about Google and Netflix,
Amazon.
Okay.
Amazon.
Okay, next running.
You know, I think
Apple.
I think it's whatever Apple. Well, Apple only announced that arcade. Garbage,
yeah, they already announced their game.
Only for mobile too. It's not.
Yeah, that's for arcade though. That's not really gonna have much effect on the big
okay,
three.
let me ask you a question, Baron.
But
let me ask you a question. I'm gonna pick you back on what you're saying, right? Check this shit out. Real nigga to a fake wrestler, right? Check this shit out, right? Google had their thing. When was it? March 13th or whatever the hell, right? And we was expecting some type of hardware. I don't know what the hell Project Yeti's supposed to be. It's still even coming, whatever the case may be. And I told you guys before that I tried. What's the Project Stream was called? And it worked. Like no cap. Like this shit worked. And it actually scared the shit out of me because again, I was against fucking game streaming. I thought the shit was trash because of PlayStation Now and all the shit. What's that shit called? On Live? Shit was trash. But I told you before, like this shit works. Do you think that maybe Sony may have saw this right here, and maybe where Microsoft was going? You got Verizon getting into gaming. You know, Walmart's talking about getting into gaming now. Also, do you think they put the fear of God and they came crawling back to Microsoft? They said,
no, I don't think it was the fear of God. It put the fear of God, Zeus, every other mythological creature you could think of into Sony, because they realized that they were fucked. They were fucked, and it's the only reason they realized they were fucked is because
the only reason they
know
did
Google has the money and the funds to push this shit to the moon and not let up.
And the access Google have to the internet as a whole.
Yeah. No, just the gamers. Just the gamers.
Google
period.
is the fucking internet.
Yeah.
Google is the fucking internet. You see what they're able to do with the ads where you can click a link and then like you have to do something. I think this was in the works for a long time. It's just been behind.
I don't think it was in the works for a long time. I don't think it was in the works.
Hold on, let me pay this bill right quick. Hold on, hey Heath, do me a favor. That comment you just left, put that in on that link because that's a good one. I want that to come up.
This was in the works for a long time.
But I believe
look at the game show. What's that video game show award where they all went on the.
Well, no, Jeff Keighley wanted that to happen. He even said that. He the one put that together.
Nah, but something was going down in the.
I think that was just for the show.
Phil ain't going out to Sony just to take pictures in front of the Sony side.
I told y'all that Sony's new CEO is Satya Nadella Jr. I told y'all that, and I was like, nah. I told y'all this motherfucker thinks the exact same. Sony saw Microsoft. They put the services guy in charge, right? All of a sudden, their stocks tripled, and they now are $1 trillion company. And Sony was like, "Oh, really? Cool, services guy. You're in charge of our shit now too. Do the same thing." Now, all of a sudden, they're holding hands because they're the same fucking person.
And they use the same language too. If you go read some of that,
all I know.
But wait, ain't Nintendo got a services guy too?
All I know is that it's going to be very crowded. There's going to be a hell of a lot of services competing for everybody's money, and like I said in the beginning, for years ago, and every year after that, content is going to be king. So we're going to see who's going to get squads out in this. Because it's going to be crazy. And third parties are going to be spread very thin across all these damn services. So it's going to be about the content.
My man J Hart Rick said PS now benefits from using the server. Sony is the only side getting a direct gaming benefit from this deal.
No, they're not. What the fuck? Really?
Microsoft is getting those
this don't help for you PS4 ons. I tell you, man, you PS4 ons or something else.
No, another thing is,
let them know, yo. PlayStation.
The second thing I called, I said a lot of these companies are going to be popping up. When everybody was calling me crazy, beating my legs in, I say, watch, companies going to come out the blue, start hopping on this cloud thing. Other industries have already made the move. And now look, we got grocery stores even talking about getting into cloud gaming.
Right.
McNeil man with the $2 PC fuck nigga in here, man. Look, I'll be here to break pony legs and break all the Xbox cogs every fucking day.
Wait, hold on. Let me see. I feel the spirit of Christ coming through. You can stand up and do a jump. Praise God. Praise God.
Hey, I got a question for y'all, right?
This dude, Neverland said, damn, Sony tap dancing for massa. Ouch.
Hey, you know how that mad console got canceled, right? Yeah. Do you think that they might transition into just another like
Wait, hold on 1 second. They got I thought the investors were pulling out. They got They canceled it?
If the investors are pulling out, then it's canceled because who's going to put money in?
Here's the thing,
they're scared of Google and they can't go up against PlayStation and Sony the way they are now. So
here's the thing: we're gonna have 50 different. I mean, even Walmart is getting into the whole cloud service.
Discord is selling games too.
We're gonna have 50 different ways to play the fucking Assassin's Creed in the Division. How in the world does that really even help gaming?
It's gonna crash.
I'm just saying this is what's gonna happen, right? Your Xbox guys are gonna stick with Microsoft in their product. The PlayStation guys are gonna stick with Sony in their product, and everybody else is just gonna get the stragglers.
Not really, Jay. Not really.
This is how it's gonna help.
Hold on, Master. Wait, real quick. Price is gonna be king. Most people are just gonna probably go to the cheapest option. Like for instance, PC. If you could get like 5 different stores on PC, you're gonna go to the one that saves you $1.
But nobody listen. If I'm Ubisoft, like, look, you got Steam and you got Epic right now, right?
Yeah.
Right now, Epic is buying up exclusive third-party titles. But when you got 50 people, right? You got Microsoft, the world's richest company. You got, Google, Amazon. You got all these people and all these different things. And you only have so many third-party games. So you mean to tell me you're going to have Assassin's Creed on 50 different things, and so they're going to just start lowering the cost of the games? That's not going to happen. That's a pipe dream.
That's not what they're going to do
for us gamers to have that option, but that's not going to happen.
What it does is provide these companies with more money to make better games, to reinvest into the games that they're making.
Microsoft is the richest company in the world.
I'm not talking about Microsoft. I'm talking about the third parties. You talk about the Ubisofts, the EAs, the people that are going to put their games on these 15 different services.
Right, you got all this.
It's going to benefit them. It's going to benefit them to make more games. Now, whether or not they do it correctly is a whole different thing. But that's how it's supposed to benefit us.
Nah, still going to whine and complain, right? They're going to whine and complain. Oh, we got all these different platforms we got to deal with. Things are going to be delayed. It's going to take them forever to start to deliver games. It's always going to be. They're always going to run into
hold up.
You gotta understand the importance of.
Hold up. Let me go. Hold up. Talk to my man Heath Stevens too. He said it's better to stay. He's talking about Sony as far as them signing a deal with Microsoft. He said it's better to stay with the one you know than the enemy you don't. This is about them holding off Amazon and Google and all the others. That's a good point. That's a good comment.
But the problem is that they. Oh, go ahead.
My man Cake Batter. He said if streaming takes off, why would gamers buy the lane Play School Switch when gamers can play AAA games on their on their IPH ones? I don't know what they're on iPhones. I'm sorry.
Get this.
The thing about Stevens, hold on real quick. The thing about what Stevens said is with the enemy you know, right? But PlayStation has been dealing with Amazon Web Services since like 2005. Yeah. So that's the enemy you know.
Yeah.
When it comes to cloud services, they switched up and went with their direct enemy in the console space.
Oh, but PlayStation been using
Phil Spencer said 4 years ago.
The longest.
Phil Spencer said 4 years ago that Sony was not their competitor. Their competitor was Apple and the other companies. They stopped looking at Sony as a competitor long time. That's what I'm saying. They went to Sony. They reached a deal. They say, "Look, we do not want to compete against you on the high end of that space." That's what they said. Honestly, Microsoft, you already said it earlier. Microsoft can't compete with Sony when it comes to games and everything else.
Microsoft
like I brought up earlier.
Go ahead.
The only way you can understand.
I brought up earlier before with Sony Online Entertainment. That was like a branch of the PlayStation division, right? They online services that they had games on Windows. That was powered all by Azure servers. And that was the PlayStation first.
That was powered by Amazon Web Services.
It wasn't. No, it was not. It was powered by Azure servers. Microsoft Windows 10 stuff was powered.
When? Hold on. When? Because is it after they left Sony or before?
Oh, when it was with Sony. Okay. When it was, they call Daybreak Studios now, but when it was with Sony, they was using Azure servers.
When they was transitioning.
When they had their games out, it was using Azure. So go look it up.
Right, when they was transitioning. But at the beginning, they were using AWS servers just like everything else at Sony.
I'll bring it up for you.
When they're transitioning, I know what you're talking about. When they were transitioning, they were on Azure infrastructure because they were getting sold. That was already happening. That didn't happen in a month. It happened in like a few years. They were transitioning to being a third-party dealer, and Microsoft was giving everybody free shit.
All their games are like DC Universe Online, the EverQuest stuff. They were all powered by Azure servers, like Microsoft servers.
The only way y'all gonna really understand, a lot of this stuff doesn't affect us on the. A lot of this partnership is based on back end shit, but to understand why they're making the transitions in so many other companies, you have to look at this year bill, you have to look at last year MS bill, you have to look at the constant videos that the enterprise division put out in terms on Azure and MSAI, and see what they're doing and see what that shit is capable of doing. Then you'll understand why motherfuckers is going over to Azure. You know what I'm saying?
Just speaking into like a vacuum of fucking space. These niggas don't know about Azure. Like I've been dealing with that shit for like a long time ago.
Preach, man. God!
About this shit a long time ago. I told everybody that Sony and Microsoft was going to do this. Anybody that's in the tech industry that deals with a lot of software, like Azure, they've been using that for years. Like a lot of niggas been jumping on that shit. But like I said,
where I work for, we use Azure service to back up everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But a lot of these casuals don't know anything about that shit. Me and Post had this whole conversation. Sony and Microsoft was gonna do this. All the companies is moving into that direction. Like a lot of people just don't know that shit.
Hold on, let me pay the bills real quick. Shout out to my man Floyd Mayweather. He said, "Epic slap y'all Detroit, heavy rain all on PC right now." Hey, Floyd Mayweather, do me a favor, good brother. Inbox me your address so I can send you a t-shirt. I mentioned I'm sending you a t-shirt. My man Glorious, hold up.
Also, Azure's in more places than Amazon.
Wait, hold on.
They are.
Hold up, let me pay the rest of these bills. Glorious War. My man, you dumb. Sony selling semiconductors equals more money, which equals more money for PlayStation. I'm using your same argument. You can address that.
I wanted them to use my argument. That's why the fuck I said it.
Okay, my brother AP the shooter, he said, this shit is about to be Ready Player One. Watch, fuck niggas. And I got something else in here. That was it? Okay. Now, what do you mean by these semiconductor shit? What the hell is a semiconductor?
It's the pieces that go into making chips, making... Right.
Those are nothing but chips. They're nothing but chips.
That's on the Enterprise. That's on the...
So Sony sells chips to Microsoft, or...
Sony sells semiconductors to everybody.
Yeah, they sell imaging chips.
Sony sells their sensors, their chips, the actual camera lenses.
Yeah, they're in iPhones, they're in everything.
And they make some of the some of the best imaging chips in the world too. But this is what y'all have to read is that not only on them chips, they're going to be coming together to create new imaging chip. They're creating new technology for the future of cloud gaming. They're creating new technology for back-end service solutions in terms of the rack. This is something that they're doing together. So I know a lot of people on Twitter saying, well, Sony getting this and Microsoft not getting this. No, the things that they're about to do together for the benefit of gaming as a whole. That's why I say this is a win for the gaming industry.
Real quick, they're not about to do this shit for the benefit of gaming in the slightest. They're about to do this shit for the benefit of
the benefit of their caviar.
You got to think though. You got to think though in terms of the gaming industry. I can understand why Sony made this move. Look, if we ain't not finna let Sony go to Microsoft, Microsoft go to Sony. Look, we ain't finna let all these players come in and take over our shit, bro. So we finna get together and we finna take control of this cloud gaming.
Let me pay this bill.
I do agree with you on
that. All right, McNeil J. Chris says, Manhattan sit to AAA in the corner. Sit your ass in the corner. You ain't got no fucking job. Laugh out loud.
Yo, man, talking about that job. Hey, man, where you work at, man? You talking about that job? You like tell me, man. You like tell me.
Look, listen, I know y'all niggas are stupid out there, bro. So like,
talk that shit, man.
Oh shit.
Microsoft and Sony don't give a fuck about us. They gonna do this shit so that they can make this money. Right. They doing this shit for the new Porsche they just bought. Right. They doing this shit for the new Tesla Lambo that ain't even don't even exist yet.
It's smart though because you say, look, we know these other players are coming in the industry. We're gonna come together and create the groundwork for all developers. So when this cloud shit take off, they use our services. They use shit we created. They use our development tools. So we can have control in this shit, and we're gonna do this shit together. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all know why?
Listen.
Y'all know why Sony and Microsoft gotta
read that shit. Hold on a second. Z, you gonna read that shit?
Y'all went from Xbox fanboys to Microsoft.
If streaming takes off, why would gamers play that lame? I miss
It's not about Xbox anymore.
You're crazy, dog.
No, hold on. Here's the deal.
Microsoft has cultivated y'all minds, bro.
No. It's not about mind. It's that whatever Microsoft does, Xbox has to follow. So you might as well be in bed with Microsoft because Microsoft.
So I'm saying they're cultivating y'all minds.
No. Here's the deal, Barry. The fact that it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Some of us ain't out here like C gamer. You know what I'm saying? At the 12th hour time. What is Microsoft doing? We knew what they was doing since 2017.
Honestly, though,
Xbox games has become Microsoft gaming. Xbox as we know it has dissolved. It's Microsoft gaming right now.
But they just renamed it, kept it Xbox to keep the popularity.
But here's what our argument was all of. Everybody says Sony's going to keep 30,000 feet away from that. They will never transition in that way. They took PS Now off of Samsung TVs. They're going into completely console-based infrastructure. And we said no.
Because exclusives.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Sony should keep away from them. We don't want that Xbox.
Okay. I can dig that.
This nigga, man.
Yeah, I can dig that. But just understand that just because this is what we want them to do, don't trust them to do it because they're number one in sales. That's what I'm saying.
To be honest with you, I don't think this is what you guys want them to do because I've been listening to you guys for years. How you guys have been speaking about Microsoft and Xbox.
It's just Jabari, hold on, Jabari. Most people don't.
My thing as a gamer.
That's where it's going. So they just.
My thing as a gamer, you gotta have a stance. It's like everything Microsoft. You just going with the wind, whatever Microsoft.
I never said this was good. I'm not saying it's good.
I'm saying the community that led with. Y'all can't have EA access.
Listen,
okay, Sony, we don't need EA access. We don't need it. We don't need it.
Yo,
It's not right now. You know what's right for us. You know what's right for us.
I never. Listen. Hold on. Let me address Post up on that.
We love EA access right now.
No, Post. Remember, I don't like EA access, but I even made videos nobody watched. It's cool. I don't think it's cool for PlayStation to dictate how people should game. I already been saying that, so you can't pin that stuff on me.
No, I'm not pinning it on you, bro. I'm not pinning it on you.
Hold up, let me pay the bills right quick, my man.
McNeil J. Chris, I got it. He said, "No crap, making more sense than y'all." Hey man, this is crap soccer. Can I get the hell out of here, man? Glorious War says, "Z, get me on the show so I can chop some heads off jihad style. Shake my head. A lot of backtracking fools. Show is the Xbox heavy. Recommend
leave crap alone. That's my friend.
It's a lot of backtracking.
Yeah, I use a Yeti, but you know what I mean. A snowball or something.
Leave
that Yeti, bro. Hey, yo, get you
alone. That's my friend.
I can't pronounce that name. It's a dollar. I can't pronounce.
Yeah, let the dollar. Big up to Pharmaceutical. No, get you a Blue Yeti. They got good deals on Amazon where you can get one for $80 and a free PC game. And
go on Best Buy. That shit's right there too.
Listen,
new egg. They be doing that too.
You said, Manhattan, you don't know shit. Shut your dumb ass up. Please stop. You ain't got no motherfucking job.
Bro, listen, look.
You right about that.
Hurt y'all niggas' feelings, bro. Look, but let me tell y'all the truth. Let me tell you the truth, Jake.
What's the truth?
It's never about what the fuck we wanted, right? At the end of the day, believe it or not, since I've been doing tech my whole life, I noticed this shit. Like even my manager, who's been telling me this shit, like, listen, companies is gonna go in this direction because it's gonna make them a lot of fucking money.
Yep,
it's never about you.
Listen. Honestly, I don't care about that. As long as you appease to me, that's what I care about. I don't care about the whole.
Jabari, hold on.
Microsoft still gets the money. I don't care about that.
Jabari,
but that's the thing.
Gaming is so popular right now. You know why it's so popular right now? Hello?
Yeah, we listen.
Go on.
Did your battery die? Shit. What the fuck?
You gotta realize. Cloud gaming does what they've been trying to do for the longest while, right? They don't put
narcoleptic and shit,
none of that. Cloud gaming stops all of that. It stops piracy. It stops theft. It stops all of that. Every single penny comes to them. That's why they push for cloud gaming to the very end because they get the full control that they've always wanted. No just like games, no sharing, no nothing.
Yeah, they get the control they want because if you look at what
hit the like button for me, please. Make it 100 likes.
Google said we're not going to take you through the public internet.
I don't understand the benefits of this shit.
Google say we're not going to, and Microsoft going to do the same thing. You're not going to go through the public internet with this cloud streaming shit. You're going to go through our own personal internet where you don't have, where we can control everything.
Exactly.
That goes through it. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, look. Every industry has moved. When Microsoft stated, look, we're still in the hardware business. This is a choice. This is something that's not going to be forced on you. Cloud is not popular, but cloud gaming is not popular because we don't really have access to it yet. The concept of cloud gaming is popular right now. Until we have it in our hand, then we'll be able to make our own personal judgment on how it affects us. This is an option. People, you don't have to.
It's not even about that. Honestly, at this point for Sony, let's be honest. If Netflix said they want to get into this shit, then Sony did have to do what they had to do. I don't seem to understand that shit too, right? But if Google did it and Netflix is doing that shit, it means something. We just don't
but
know.
Did you
I'm
read what Netflix? Did you read what Netflix is at E3?
Yeah,
they're talking about turning gaming into movies.
Hold on, y'all know two question, competitors that are coming right now.
Hold up.
Y'all know two crazy people who are coming to gaming right now are really disrupted on a serious level. If Tencent came in, not as a subsidiary or under.
No, they coming.
Yeah, exactly.
They're coming.
Actual Tencent.
They're coming.
Next person
With the cloud as
really
well.
disrupt gaming.
Yo, listen, man. Y'all niggas gotta. Y'all gotta.
Person? I only heard
Disney.
Azure is a very powerful thing.
Because Disney got all the IPs that they could really churn out and get the gaming right.
I hold on one second. Shout out my man Glorious War. He said Robert Pattinson. He said Robert Pattinson is the new Batman. Who the fuck is Robert Pattinson?
That's
the guy from Twilight. What the
that
fuck?
Vampire shit.
AT&T and Comcast coming too. They already got boxes in the crib. They already set up.
Yo, Post, I'm telling you.
These cell phone companies are coming because they already in your hand. They already set up, player. Y'all better think about it.
But hold on. But y'all let me pay this last bill. Let me pay this last bill. Bring it back to my man Bart. All right, Tony with the $5 holler says, we all know Xbox was too scared to do anything without Sony's backup. Wow. Laugh out loud. Great shows. I always enjoy hearing post up Curdle Phil's dongle. Golly. Oh, shit. That's too much for me. And Floyd Mayweather with the $2 holler says, where the fuck is FC Violet? He was crying on Twitter. Hey, but to Barry's point, Barry, see, you bring up a good point. Like, you're not praising this because this is not what you want as a gamer. And I can dig it. But here's my thing.
That's not what I want for. I don't care about the whole merger. If it benefits PSN, if it benefits everything, I'm good with all that. I care about. I like competition as far as each platform is bringing something different to the table.
I got you.
I'm not all for this.
Bro, the competition is Google and all these.
I got you.
I can agree with that too.
Hold on. But Jabari, you should realize that service.
You want to keep that diversity.
Their definition of competition is different. Their definition of competition is sit down, drink coffee, laugh, and smile with you while in the back of their mind
ain't down with that.
And they could get you.
I'm not down with that.
Ain't down with that.
If you want my dollar, you got to compete.
But this is what we got to do. We got to understand these are Fortune 500 companies. They was pulling the wool over our eyes for years. Microsoft was telling you the AAA games is coming. Sony was telling you we would never do that. They both been playing us. This deal didn't happen overnight. So what I'm saying to my Sony brethren is y'all got to start getting in the habit of pushing back.
It goes back way before that. Remember,
it goes back way before. Look,
honestly, going out there midnight cheering for them. Yeah, and then all of a sudden you became the toxic gamer.
Honestly, this goes back to the OG Xbox and Microsoft deciding to build the data centers in the first place because they didn't have to build those data centers. So you have to be, if you're going to invest $2 billion and billions of dollars into data center, that's just not just for then. That's because you have a future outlook on where the game industry is going to go one day.
Hold on one second. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen in the chat. If you're watching this show from the cell phone, shout out to my man Beats Gaming. Like I didn't know there's 2 separate links. There's one for mobile and one for PC. I'm putting here, and you want to send me a free message. This is the one for the mobile.
That picture is disrespectful, bro. Yo, sorry, you need to take that picture down.
Sorry, bro.
What's going on?
He's gonna leave that picture up.
No, he didn't have worse up there for Xbox. Y'all got to deal with
that. Yo, you got to give PlayStation respect.
Listen, guys, if you on a cell phone, you want to send me a free message that pop on the screen appear on the show. This is the link here. It's free. Don't cost you a dime.
Another thing,
for the show.
We're not going to really see the fruits of their labor until the next about 5 or 10 years. This is something that that's not going to be we're going to see anytime soon. This stuff is going. They're planning this. This partnership is not for present. It's for where the game industry is going to be in the next 10 or 20 years. So that's where these decisions come in. That's why they start now. You know what I'm saying? That's why everybody's jumping in now. 5G hasn't jumped off, even though that shit is dangerous. It's just so much stuff that's not into play yet. But you have to start now, so when everything is set up and ready to hit, that you're already there and you're not left behind. But they're doing this now for the next 10 or 20 year outlook.
So who's the winner of this deal then, Post? Your opinion?
I mean,
gamers.
Listen.
Not the
The gamers in the industry
You
win.
gotta also
Not the
understand
gamers.
something. Now, honestly though, you gotta also understand something. Sony and Microsoft did this to secure their spot, right? Also because they know the direction. You may not like it, but it's gonna get a huge following at the end of the day, and they see like, yo, if all these people gonna jump on board to do this shit, like Google's about to do, Netflix about to do, like Amazon is probably gonna do it too. They like, yo, we gotta secure what we have right now. Like,
look.
Oh, this whole deal. Honestly, this whole deal doesn't. I'm not mad about this whole deal. I just want the competition between them to strive.
It's going to be competition, though.
I agree with that.
I'm talking about with the gaming. I agree with that. That's why I'm bringing up what's the benefit of the gaming aspect. I don't give a fuck about Microsoft and Sony. I care about PlayStation.
Fact. You know what? That's why. That's why I said this is more of a back end thing instead of a front end. It's not going to.
That's what I'm saying. It's not a front
impact us on the front end. This is something they're trying to get control of in terms of the cloud gaming. Sony and Microsoft trying to say, look, we want to be the go-to for development tools. We want to be the go-to for services. We want to be the go-to for all of that. So when the other companies come in, we kind of control that. This gaming shit, I do, you know what I'm saying? I do want that diversity there. I still want them to compete on the gaming front because this is not really about us. This is shit on the back end, man. I mean, the services for PSN and PS Now is going to get a whole lot better. Y'all finna finally see what Xbox Live greatness is all about.
Wait, hold on. You don't play those games, bro.
I got a good message. I got a good message here.
Folks, bro.
I got a good message here. From my man AP. Just some, he says, which is true though. He said, remember, it says Sony has been at the forefront of technology. They wouldn't allow PS2s in Iraq because Saddam would have been able to use them chips for nukes. Microsoft needs Sony more than you guys think.
What?
that man spitting facts.
Okay, I was asking Jabari the same thing earlier. I was asking him about the servers. If
that motherfucker said dollar. AP, go
if
your
hardware or software, the $1 trillion company is the one that's on needs Sony more.
My man,
that comment didn't make no fucking sense at all.
We ain't about to do my man AP like that. You know my man been hitting that button.
The nigga said,
AP, I agree with you, bro. Don't worry.
He said, Saddam, PS2s. Microsoft needs what the fuck does that got to do with that?
Microsoft needs Mark Cerny and his Rapid Pack math to make it.
Sony didn't let PS2s over in Iraq because Saddam was gonna get them. Microsoft needs Sony. That don't even go together, fuck nigga.
Anyway, let's talk about Netflix. Netflix coming to E3.
They're just coming to make video games.
Hey, post up, don't die back there, bro.
Hey yo, they gave my man AP Benny Hill.
The nigga say Microsoft needs Sony because of Saddam and Iraq and
Oh nah, AP, don't go out like that, AP.
Oh man.
Hey, I ain't lying. Hey, AP, go lay your drunk ass down, man. Down dead.
Oh man. Hey, AP that had some of Von Lamont's moonshine.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck Von Lamont drunk ass is.
He had some of his cool whiskey, man.
Bruh. Yo, that shit. Oh man, Joe. If you would have wrote that shit in the chat, I would have screenshot it.
He knew what he was doing, Post. He knew what that was doing. That motherfucker put that on the Snapchat, bro. He knew what he was doing.
Oh man. They was gonna take the chips out of the PS2 and drop bombs. Microsoft
he sounded like Iron Wolf when he said that shit. He said Iron Wolf said the terrorists was using PS4s and shit. Like not like this Von Lamont.
They gonna use some sock chips to get them get that oil back.
Yeah.
Hey. So that's the reason.
That nigga went on Wino stat. That's my brother. He went on
no one else. Look, no one else. No exclusives or not. Just because Sony prevented PS2s and Saddam from dropping bombs on America. Microsoft needs Sony.
Somebody grab the Ravenflow for me.
The Ravenflow with the $2 holler says Microsoft needs to access their competitors' market share. So Microsoft don't look at Sony as their competitors. Pay attention to what Microsoft's been doing. They've been jumping out the window whenever Google says something, not Sony. They want Sony to be their partners.
The game did change, people.
Remember when Jay and Cameron was beefing, and he was like, "I only talk to niggas in my tax bracket." Yeah. That's how Microsoft feels.
Facts.
They don't care.
Hey, wait, hold on. This might get Ravenflow.
Yeah, I got Ravenflow with the $2 holler. Yeah. And Microsoft needs access to their competitors. Yeah.
Homer says, listen, guys, let me get 100 likes, man. It helps the show also too.
Please, come on, y'all.
Listen, I know you guys in here bugging out, and like I said, if you want to send me a free message right now, live on air, that's the mobile link right there. I didn't know it was a mobile link, and I didn't know it was a P. That's the link for mobile for you guys on your cell phone. Send me a link right now. I mean, a message. It'll appear on the screen. We'll answer it, whatever the case may be.
Look, man, don't send no more dumbass messages like that last.
Don't listen to the post. Send what you want, man.
He said the PS2 sold 400 million, but they didn't sell it in Iraq because they was using the chips for bombs. Hey, I want you to go AP, my brother. Man, go lay your drunk ass down, bro.
Hey, put that nigga away, bro.
They found the 5,000-year-old airplane station over in Iraq. So Sony gotta go with Microsoft. Microsoft gotta go with Sony.
Took him back. He said Iraq was the cradle of civilization. You know what I mean?
Yo, AP, don't let him joke on you like that, bro. Don't let him.
That was AP. Hey, AP, AP, my bro, but that's the dumbest shit you done said.
Yo, DM that man on Twitter. Say you don't know me like that.
He thought he was dropping bomb knowledge too. He said, "Yeah, Sony make refrigerators and everything."
Hey, Jabari co-signed the shit and then fell back and got quiet as hell once he read that.
He said, "Wait, hold on, Saddam dead, eh?"
Yeah, I had to process it a little bit. My bad.
Look, the competition has changed. I do agree with Barbie when he said that on a game perspective, you still want the competitiveness to be there. But in terms of the competition with the cloud-based stuff, the competition is different. And Sony and Microsoft realized that with this partnership. The competition is not each other. It's the people that's trying to come in and take over their territory. So look, we're going to get together. We're going to survive this together. Then apart, you're more stronger together than you are apart. They finna combat this shit. They're going to try to lead the way with this shit. I don't blame.
You never know.
Good business move. You know what I'm saying? Both of them benefit from it, so it's a good business move.
All right. I mean, damn. That's damn. I ain't gonna lie.
Saddam ain't gonna like it.
Some funny shit.
Yeah, that was a funny. Hey, listen, I done burnt my biscuit with that one. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That shit was beyond Z right there.
Chemical Ali, bro. He ain't gonna like that shit.
For real. He took. Okay. Shout out to my man Javon. I got a few guys. I got a few of them. He there. But RXL shot said crap game is a super fat slut or some shit. Lou said Xbox gamers get nothing, PS gamers get the cloud. Supposedly Xbox need money to make games. Microsoft wants it wasn't a $1 trillion company. Jawan said what's up? He said RXL came back and said crap gaming is released.
Hey, what's that cell phone company? What's that cell phone company? Huawei? Is it Huawei?
Yeah.
The Sony prophet on Twitter tried to damage control with them talking about Sony already with a cloud company. It's Huawei. He posted the link, and it's Sony Professional, which is a marketing division with Sony that's helping Huawei market their cloud services. You didn't even read the link, and you posted this shit trying to damage control.
What happened?
It's the same thing that's happening now. People are not reading what's going on in terms the article and the terms of conditions that we know in terms of
wait, hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. One of these niggas dug up a link for some shit by some PS2 and man, this shit from 15 goddamn years ago. Yeah, what's the ass down?
Read, people.
He said the FBI are investigating PlayStation uses bomb. PlayStation 2 uses bomb. Get your ass up about it.
Please go read the press release. Read it word for word, and you'll understand what they're doing. Stop making these in the words of Barron, stop making these asinine comments.
Yo, Post. So you think you should make crossplay come seamless now with the partnership, or still no go?
I don't know. We got to get more. We have to figure out more.
We need more information.
Because right now they just gave us the basics of what it is.
Yeah.
We don't have no in-depth information on everything this partnership is going to cover. I'm pretty sure it's more there, but we don't know. But hopefully it does, man. You know what I'm saying? Some people want a universal platform or universal console. You know what I'm saying? When all that shit, I don't know.
I want you to know just answer the Parker question.
Wait, hold on, one question. Hold on.
That motherfucker's stupid.
Man, see me at MK11, bitch, nigga.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
AP the shooter said, post up, let Phil rub him down with chitlin grease. Oh, shit.
Yo, Z.
AP, yeah, don't let that motherfucker talk to you like that, man.
Yo.
Don't let that pony.
No, what do you have to say? Somebody say something. What did you say?
Yeah, I called you. You think 2K gonna finally get dedicated servers now?
Fuck no.
Nope.
Nah.
Hell no. They
ain't gonna spend money.
And the servers are trash and have been since.
Well, if they're with Azure, if they're gonna send everything to Azure, then yes.
Hey, listen.
If they're gonna go through Azure, they will get dedicated servers.
No. Let me tell you.
They will get dedicated servers.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you a true story. I'm not gonna say no names, right? I always told y'all, some of you may have heard the story before. I always told you since I've been doing this, I've met a few people within the industry. Neither here nor there. You know, 2K, normally a game I double dip on. What was the first one? 2K14? What came out with the Xbox One and PS4? Was it 2K14 or 13?
14.
I think it was 14.
The online was trash on both of them. Like, horrible, you know what I mean? So I inboxed one of the developers, devs, over there at from 2K, right? Not gonna say any names. And this when Microsoft Running came out, Microsoft said, they give dedicated service to third party. I was using that part as my damage control. Actually, me and Jabari, that's how Jabari will be paying me $50. We made bet about this shit. Make a long story short, right? So Microsoft will allow developers to use their server to all Xbox games can have dedicated servers. So I asked him this. I said, bro, if Microsoft giving you motherfuckers access to the dedicated servers, his exact words were to me, it would be no fair to whatever if we would have used those things, word for word.
Yeah, because they wouldn't be.
That's why I asked you that.
It goes back to the pretty much like the PS3 days. Remember, we used to battle over Xbox Live and PS3 Live, and Microsoft saying, "Look, developers will take everything, care of everything on the online infrastructure part. All you have to do is create the game." And then on Sony side, they say, "Hey, developers, you got to set up your own online infrastructure. You got to do everything your damn self." You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty much along the lines of that. I'm going to read this because this is towards me. Shout out to AP the shooter with the $4.99. He said the processing chips were that powerful, you smart, dumb, flat earth, falling fuck nigga. So they made sure a war criminal couldn't have them. Fuck that. What the hell?
This nigga is talking about.
I'm calling AP right now. I'm calling AP right now. Hold on, I'm about to call this goddamn number right now.
Call this nigga. What does that have to do?
I'm about to call him right now live on air. I'm calling him right now live on goddamn air. Somebody gonna take this nigga.
Call him. Because that has nothing to do with Microsoft meeting Sony.
He done pulled the Donald J. Trump. He said it was go people on many sides.
There has. What's the correlation between that and Microsoft meeting Sony? Let me know.
AP, they talking about getting you to a methadone clinic, bro. Chill out.
Yo, what? Look, bro.
I'm still batting for you, bro. But
I'm still trying to find the correlation. Can somebody point out the correlation?
Ain't no correlation there.
Hey, wait, hold on.
You making it hard,
bro.
No, AP.
Oh,
get your little ass out of here! You
talking about PS2 hardware?
Real quick, hold up. Hey, AP, have you been drinking AP?
Wait.
Was you drinking AP? I said, was you drinking?
Oh shit! Oh man.
What?
Oh shit!
This nigga trying to preach us about hardware.
Hold on.
He went to wild turkey, man.
I want to know how much proprietary software or hardware is in the PS4.
I'll answer that, AP. Okay, we can do it like this. Well, the OG Xbox had a 2048-bit encryption key on it, where it couldn't be hacked. Right? It was back in the day. It couldn't be hacked. They had a competition that went around that if you can hack the OG Xbox without doing hardware modifications to it, you was able to win some money because it was that hard to hack the OG Xbox. They had military-grade security on it. So, I mean, does that? It still has no fucking correlation on what Microsoft is.
Yo, they can hear you now, AP. Now what happened? No, AP about to spit the motherfucking facts. Y'all can hear him?
Hey, yo.
Hey,
oh, shit. AP had to go. He had to go get some more wild turkey, man.
It's a software company. Sony is a hardware company.
Can y'all hear?
Right?
Yeah.
You hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They make processing chips. The chips were that powerful back then.
God damn!
They didn't want someone to use them
to make a bomb?
Real quick. I got a question.
To be fair, though,
AP
use a calculator for a bomb.
AP, I got a question. How many of Sony's processing chips that are so powerful are in the PS4?
Well, did you hear him, AP?
How many of Sony's powerful processing chips are in the PS4?
I gotta hang. He watching the pod. He in the halfway house. He watching the podcast on the cell phone. So I gotta hang up, and then he can hear you, man. All right, but
I'm gonna put it up on the TV.
All right,
that's just my opinion. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, but for the record though, the PS2 was so ahead of their time. They could have made a bomb with that bitch, right? All right, say no more, my nigga. Say no more.
He said Chemical Ali and Outkast was making Baghdad with PS2 chips, man.
Hey yo, you gotta love this shit, man. I got the
Hey yo, AP the shooter said that's his opinion. Y'all better shut the fuck up and do it.
Shout out to my man AP, dog.
He said bombs over Baghdad. Fuck what you talking about?
Microsoft is also a hardware. Look into the E2 chip. Look into the E2 chip. They're also working on their own micro. They're also working on their own micro. They're also working on their own CPU architecture. Look into the E2 chip.
We got to clip.
So, I mean, you
that
guys
shit is hilarious, bro.
I'm making a show, yo. That's
this nigga.
Yo, we got to clip. We got to clip that one.
I'm still trying to find the correlation.
Oh my god, that shit.
We got to clip that one.
They prevented Sony from dropping bombs.
Hey, yo, hold his bone. He said, hey, Sony's like they're making world peace. That is so motherfucking powerful. They ain't want that shit to get to the wrong hands.
He said Sony was out here like Iron Man. I privatized world peace, but not making PS2s.
Hey, AP, man, I'm done, man. Hey, AP, go lay your ass down for the night, bro.
That nigga AP sound like that nigga AP sound like he 15 at a daycare feeding applesauce to a baby. Fuck, nigga. That nigga say AZ what I was saying. Y'all was just talking about the power of the hardware.
Hey, yo. Let me say this. I done heard some funny shit over the years. My man AP, I get this nigga the Grammy nomination. He said that bitch was so powerful that the FBI didn't want this shit to fall into the wrong hands. I'm done.
But one powerful enough to run spin and say, okay, y'all still rewrite. Fuck out of here.
Hey, man, I'm done, man. I'm done.
Yo, Z, send him a medium t-shirt.
I didn't see my man AP shooter.
Get a medium for that, bro.
Yo, we gotta get AP on the show for real.
Oh shit! Yeah, man, that was some fun. That was some wild shit right there, man.
Oh man,
that was the funniest shit I've heard.
Man.
Hey, big up the AP the shooter, man.
Let me pay this little the free chat bill. Like I said, if you guys last time, if you guys got
he was fighting with
a cell phone and you want to send me a message, it's free. I mean, it's actually free.
Oh man,
because this show ain't gonna have no goddamn ads. I ain't gonna make them. Only make them so good so they can help support the show. Somebody said, "Yo, what up, Z?" You gotta put your name. You gotta put your name so I can see who you are. Let me refresh the page right quick. Okay.
Shout out to AP the shooter.
P-Rock didn't show up, did he?
Nah,
he said, hey man,
it's on Swiss Army time.
Look, man, y'all can't see our DMs, but they beat that nigga legs in. He can't walk right now. He couldn't make it to the
show. He lucky Neff ain't here. Could Neff keep all the.
I'm so proud of Neff. I'm so I trained that boy so well. I trained him so goddamn well.
All the receipts.
Hey, if Neff was on the show,
Neff was on here like Perry Mason
so well. I trained him so well. I'm so proud of that boy.
Hey, yo, I ain't gonna lie though. Motherfucker Neff was like 2 weeks in when he punched Puerto Rock on his face. Mr.
Oh, Neefles, watch your back.
My screen.
Hey, yo, I ain't lying. Hey, motherfucker Neff punched Puerto Rock smooth in the jaw with a 2-month hiatus in the mountains of India.
Oh, Neefles, watch your back.
Yeah, for real, man. But ladies and gentlemen, listen, if you guys enjoyed the show today, it was a blast. We had a goddamn ball in here today, man. Hit the like button. And if 350 people been watching this live today, I appreciate it. Hit the like button. I only got 120 likes. I'm going, man. Leave me like that. Also, too, again, for the record, if you want to send me a message, I'm pumping this again while I'm live on air, and it'll appear up on the screen. I can read this like the super chat. It's free. It won't cost you a dime. A lot of these shows, when we say fuck, ain't getting no average, ain't getting no ads, so it's away again. So I can make some money, so I can pay motherfuckers like Baron. Baron got a whole lot on this contract and shit. But again, thank you, and I appreciate it. Said dope shows. Yeah, man, I'm back, man. Listen, you guys got to sign up too for my Twitch thing. Our Xbox Live parties be the same way. We over there motherfucker cutting up, man.
Oh man, y'all need to join.
Our parties be classic, man. When I say I'm going live, I'm going live. You gonna take me on Twitch? Let's just be a movie.
Y'all gotta jump in the parties now. A couple people from the chat that jumped in the parties and got it with.
Well, you're just watching. Shit,
we be clowning, bro.
Yeah, it should be a movie. You know what I mean? It's a movie. Also, here, this is my Twitch channel. I need a partner. I need a partner in this motherfucker too. I've been on past whatever I had to do. They sent me the email. I just never filled that shit out. There you go. That's my Twitch. Also, too, I got a new email. Someone's asking. This is my new email. I'm sorry. This is my new Twitter. My new Twitter. Hopefully, my last one. I done went through 3 of them and shit.
I wouldn't count on that if I was you.
He gonna get banned again.
Exactly. Say it again, man.
Pure reckless. He'd be like, I ain't gonna. I'm chilling. I ain't gonna do nothing. I'm this one. And then the next day he'd be like, look, this fucking nigga, you're diabetic coma, you're broke.
Yeah. Like, I used to say, I'm gonna let my grandma say, let the fuck niggas treat you out your blessings. Don't let the fuck niggas treat you out your blessings. So I ain't popping shit no more. I'm listening to my grandma. But that's my new Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. That's my Twitter.
Shit. Craig Harris just said Microsoft bent the knee. Damn.
Hey, Pete.
Why Craig Harris got me banned on a block anyway?
Craig Harris calls him a crackhead. What you think?
Because he's a crackhead.
He don't trust traders.
I bought that crackhead motherfucker. He don't trust traders. He said the Scorpio was cost $700 with a keyboard.
Facts from his sources. Yeah. From his sources that are telling him what the next Xbox is gonna be. Them same damn sources that said it was gonna be $700. That's the nigga I trust.
Hey, remember when we did that podcast with
you don't want that smoke, bro. You don't want that smoke, bro. Leave the jokes alone. I will heat your ass, boy. We do this, boy. I'm telling you. In our party chats, that's all we do. You don't want this smoke, bro. I will heat your ass, boy.
That's my Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, and this is my Twitch. Like I said, when I do little things, I'm going live on Twitch. Listen, it's just like a podcast. You know, we playing games. This shit don't be nothing but jokes. You gotta come over and rock out with us, man. Mass, what's going on with your channel, Mass? When you gonna be back up and popping?
My suspension is up on Tuesday, so I'm gonna go live. I'm not gonna put up a video because every time I put up a video, them niggas tell me.
Did they say why?
I don't know. They don't
disrespect PlayStation. You won't get.
They don't ever. I wasn't. The video was shitting on Xbox and the sad.
Oh,
I'll put in the word for you now. I'll put in the word.
Bro, the whole video was talking shit. 8 minutes of talking shit about Xbox and the Xbox One sad, and they wouldn't let it. They wouldn't let it happen, bro.
If it happened again, just make a new channel. We just do some live shit from your channel.
I might have to because that's my second strike, I think.
Yeah, somebody on Xbox reported you, man.
It didn't even go live. It was supposed to go live in YouTube.
Too.
It went live, bro.
Don't name the show Mr. Parker's. Don't do that.
But that's the crazy thing. None of those are flagged.
I don't know.
None of those are flagged.
To be fair, I don't know why I got hit. I still don't know why I got hit.
A traitor.
He was talking shit about somebody.
Copyright. What the fuck? These my own jokes. My own satire.
Listen, Zaire don't understand. These niggas worship this dude, man. And when he left, he went. Well, he ain't leave nowhere. I ain't that stupid. But when he did his whole.
Let's this nigga Michael. Wait. How does super chat looking? There's more Sony donations. Michael.
They call you Heathen Steven in grammar school. Fuck nigga, slow down.
Yo, this dude a pony, but I ain't never seen this nigga on
PSN. I will say this. I'm gonna close the show with this, right?
Yo, Z's a double agent.
Hey, yo, I roasted Sony niggas forever, right? And I ain't never been banned. I ain't never been flagged. Soon as I switched shit talking about that diabetic gaming, you Xbox niggas got my ass up out of there.
You know the crazy shit.
I ain't never get no death threats. I ain't never got said nothing racist.
Yo, look at the people that's blocking you right now.
But wait, exactly. The craziest shit is the own people you used to rock with that's doing all that shit to you.
Yeah.
Well, even when he was bashing the Sony fan base, they was pretty much the majority ones in this chat.
Yeah, they like talking shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold on.
Right, when he was following,
Zaire was not destroying nobody on the PlayStation side.
No,
I had that whole community in the headlock, bro. You know how you put my that motherfucker cut up, bro, with the Jinsu sword. I was like that motherfucker holding it down. You know what I mean? But like I said, man, like I said, a lot of these motherfuckers take this shit personally. I don't know why. Like what's the nigga named Jez Gordon? Like he used to have the site. What was the site called? Xbox Mag. That was my man. You know what I mean? He used to stay sending me shit about bad news about Sony. You know what I mean? Before it became Windows Central. Man, I did that art. What that shit? When I do shit about Crackdown, that's what shit really wasn't left for me. I guess.
Okay. Almighty, get your goof ass out.
You were talking about somebody told you that the gaming were coming out right, and that it ain't looking too good.
Let me go in.
This was literally from someone making the game.
Yeah. That's what he said. Z said he got like 2 or 3 people that sent him the same message, and they told him about it.
We all saw it. We was all in the same DM. We was all reading the email. We saw the messages.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna say this again. I said this before, and I'm calling out Microsoft. Microsoft went to all of their pad flunkies and said, "Spread the word. Z's toxic because he abandoned us," and that's what they was trying to do, and they failed. It was an epic fail. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, listen, if y'all don't realize Microsoft is a bunch of hypocrites by now, I don't know what to tell y'all.
Hold on. What's crazy, though?
I'm going to get
hey, man, you know what's crazy? Even with that Crackdown shit, bro, I sat on that shit forever. You know, I remember. I didn't.
Hey, Posty getting you, bro.
I sat on that shit forever. I didn't even record it.
Because you was like, I'm not putting it out because I don't want to, set this person up for failure. I don't want, them to get in trouble. So I ain't gonna put it out. And I remember sitting on.
Hold on, let me get the 3 amigos.
That was like a month. It was like a month before you said anything.
Let me get the 3 amigos. Heath, Almighty, and AP. All y'all got your sheet of paw prints tatted on the lower back with his signature. You got pinch me tatted on the tip of your ass cheek. Pause, fuck nigga.
Yeah, I'm gonna need post up to relax.
Yeah, that post up. He said he a part of the family now, man. Let him live.
Yeah, man.
Hey, this Wednesday.
All y'all got Christian Mingle sweater with glitter, fuckers.
This man chuckling a little too much.
Yo, I just looked on Twitter, and this nigga Kratos got the Microsoft sign up.
That nigga Kratos be quick, bro.
But listen, we about to get the hell up out of here, man. Are we playing anything tonight? What's going on tonight?
It's whatever, bro.
All right. Hey, Matt, you gonna bring your bum ass back to the dojo?
Yeah, I'll bring it.
All right, say no more. Hey,
I don't care.
Hey, yo, Matt, I think you might beat Parker though.
Everybody can beat Parker.
I beat you, Z. Fuck you talking about, nigga.
I was high as hell.
Oh, this nigga.
Hey, Post. I went to another level, bro. I'm like one man with that other man. I want some other shit.
Nigga say I got shot in the legs, but I can't use.
Nigga, my hip broke, leg broke, nigga fucked up over here, my ankle broke, fucked up over here, bro. I dare you brag about getting the win over me.
You can still move your fingers.
Your hands alright though, right?
Nah, nigga. Come on, I got over 200 needle pokes in my arm, man.
We gotta buy a adaptive controller now or something?
Yeah, if I need one, man. Hold on, I'm gonna read this last free chat that came through. Shout out to everybody that signed up for the free chat message, and I appreciate it. RXL, RXL, old classic troll. He's been around forever. Old motherfucker. He said, RXL said, will Crap Gamer Trailer Park ever go? What's the ever go? What have good enough internet? I'm sorry, I got you now. We need to format this a little bit. So will Crap Gamer Trailer Park ever have good enough internet to take advantage of these new cloud services? Probably not. Probably goddamn not. Crap really got like 10 up and 10 down. I bullshit you not. Literally.
Also, his whole trailer got blown away with that random hurricane that came from
under the Xbox.
Gamer's my friend. Y'all ain't gonna bash my man Crap Gamer when I'm here.
Probably not.
Look, that's y'all problem. Y'all accepted Crap Gamer. Look, ever since y'all accepted Crap Gamer, y'all losing exclusive. Somebody going to Microsoft like, hey, use the cloud.
Hey, y'all gonna learn.
Y'all gonna learn.
Hashtag.
Hey yo, don't wish that up on us.
We kicked his ass to the curb quick.
Hey yo, top dog. I'm gonna inbox you on Twitter too. I seen your message in there, but I'm telling you, there's always a reason behind my bans. What I do. I do what I do for.
Yo, I saw somebody tweet. They was like, "Yo, since Crap Gamer switched sides or whatever, Days Gone got a 72."
That's why Kratos kicked his ass out. He said,
"Yeah, I kicked his ass to the curb."
Kratos was like, since you.
Oh yeah, that was Kratos that said that. Yeah, for real.
Kratos woke up the next day like, "Yo, Crap, you gotta go, my nigga."
Stop it, bro. Don't collect $1,000.
But I told his ass, we do not accept returns. Take his ass out. Back page.
AKA Taxman. That nigga.
Yeah, the Taxman, yeah.
I told him to take his ass to Backpage, Craigslist, or eBay, fuck nigga.
When is Moss gonna get the other side of the story, man? I sat down and listened to the J-Dub side.
Hey, yo, put out a filler, man. Hey, yo, Crap, you can come on.
Hey, man,
you come on,
tell you something. I'm sad to say, not even the other side of the story. I've been hearing about that same story that J-Dub was telling. You know what I mean? It just wasn't my place, you know, in my business, you know what I mean? But to be fair, though, I told the fuck nigga come fuck with us. And I pay him a little, you know what I mean, the show. But I done learned how to do all the green screen shit now, you know what I mean? Lord, I stepped my game up. But I told him come on fuck with us. But, you know, I guess he wanted to stay there. They was, you know, long dicking him. But I've been know about that shit that was going on, you know what I mean? Shit, motherfucking Crap stole $350 from me. You know what I mean? Real shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know, when, you know, that was his thing. Crap Game review the game. And y'all know me. If one of us ain't got a game, nigga, here. You know what I mean? And I will make sure all of us had the game. So that was his shit. You know, review the games. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna say this company, but a certain person from a company reached out to me and say, "Hey, I sent your man because they don't like Crap. I sent them a review copy. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell you the game. All you need is 1,000 subscribers, basically how it used to be, and ask for a review copy like your media. You know what I mean? Just that I know me and my lifestyle, me running the streets, I don't have time to sit and play through a game and review it. So I would give this shit to him. So he was getting review copies, but I was still getting niggas $65 to get the games. But I never said no. I just kept it funky. Just threw that shit in the back page. But yeah, that motherfucker shiesty, you know what I mean? But that's real to me. He ain't lying, you know what I mean? But there's always, like I said, 3 sides to stories. There's my side, your side, somewhere like the truth. But I can co-sign the shit that nigga J-Dub was saying because he was telling me about that shit. Young, you know, way back when it was happening, you know what I mean? Asking me, can I say something to them about it? I'm like, bro, it's like that. You know me, I'm a very prideful man. Leave them motherfuckers alone, bro. Fuck them. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know, so.
It is what it is.
Say no more, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, Xbox news, man. Yeah. It's so crazy, dog.
Motherfucking, you know, anytime a motherfucker out there dropping motherfucking megatons 3 o'clock in the morning, but Microsoft and cured cancer, you can't be trusted. That's all I'm saying. We're gonna close the show with that. We out of here, man.